Um, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to play test or anything. I don't know what I was doing. Probably making a game. But I have been in love with the presentation of this game, and I've been so curious and everything. Just the UI alone, like, sells me. Like, look at these two. I also I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, pronunciation was something I'm a little worried about because like nobody's voice acted, I believe. So if I pronounce characters' names wrong, I apologize ahead of time. It's not intentional. I'm a little nervous. I don't know. I don't know if nervous is the word. I just feel like, you know, if you put off something for so long, your expectations build up, and like not in a bad way, but it's more just like I have so much excitement and I don't know where to put it. At the moment. It's the music, it's getting me hyped. And I was just promoting real fast, everybody. Click the links, download the game yourself. This is a paid game, and I did ask ahead of time if JMB was comfortable with me streaming as much of it as I could. Potentially finishing it would be the goal. I don't know if in this stream, but just generally. And if that's the case, I'd love to, because I'm a completionist over here. I try to be. Okay, it's either I start a series and then I drop it immediately, and that kind of tells you everything you need to know about whatever game I'm playing. Sometimes it's just I like to enjoy things on my own time and they're not really good for stream, but if I really love a story and stuff, I like to finish it on stream and just have like a nice compact package. Also, I have not uploaded last week's VOD, the couple days VOD away on YouTube. Usually I'm better at that, but I just haven't done it. Oh well. Correction, chocolate ice cream and then chores. Yeah, exactly. I did a similar thing today. I cleaned. It was like the only thing I've done on my day off today was I cleaned and what else did I do? Watch TV. I watched The Sopranos last night. I folded some laundry. I gave up halfway through. And then I ate like a snack. Yeah, I had breakfast like in the middle, and I was like, I'll fold the laundry after I eat. And then I'm like, okay, well then I'll make dinner and then I'll fold the laundry. The laundry is not folded, y'all. It's just on my couch, okay? It's clean, but it's not folded. And I've done everything. I cleaned the cat litter box. I did, I washed the dishes. I vacuumed even. But getting me to do laundry is like pulling teeth. Anyway, sorry. That's not interesting at all. Move on. Just move on, Joy. Get the show rolling. Also, my chat box was in the way of the little UI there, and I apologize for that. Oh well. Huff. Or should I just... There you go. That's a huff. ... Again. I love the presentation, man. I've seen... Okay, I watched Rue play a little bit of this on my birthday. And then I've also seen, like, JMB play it in the server. I've basically been avoiding spoilers as much as I can for this game, and I think it was Rue's stream that kind of pushed me over the edge of like, okay, I need to play that for myself, because I was having a good time in chat and I couldn't hang out because I don't like spoilers. So sorry about that, Rue. I'll watch the VOD at some point. Sometimes it feels like, oh, there's auto. Hold up. Not auto, instant. I don't like instant. Turn that down. I'm only a small part of someone else's story, like my own story hasn't even begun. Oh, I think that's just part of the presentation, my bad. Also lurking because I am with the baby. Oh, I'll try not to be too loud for the baby. I'll try, no guarantees. What is fate and what is love? And why should anyone care when the two of them are so... uncertain? Uncertain? That's how you say it. But I promise Mom I'd try, and I promise Viv. So my legs are pumping, my chest is burning, and I'm on my way. I was about to sing a song. Not yet. Too early. I turn past a tree, running at high speed. I'm almost there. The forest is very dense in this area. So dense, I don't even think of flying. So dense that I might clip my wings, running at the speed if I'm not careful. My feet hit the soil, crushing the grass and leaves beneath them, each swift step with more determination than my heart can hold. She's so pretty, y'all. I love her design. Dare I say one of the best JMB designs of like a main character? I'd say so. But to be fair, if you have a pastel character, I'm already all over it. I hope my wings are okay. Everybody, wing check. Well, that they match my dress. Well, that my dress matches them. Well, that a dress is okay. Because today is the day I see the matchmaker, the ancient one who will read my orb of fates. the fate of my romance, which of course I can't read. I mean, I totally could read the thing, but not really. Mother could read fate orbs, and being a high pixie, I should be able to. But the blessing and the oracles of seasons, well, I kind of missed that day. That was when I would have learned how to read one proper. Well, there was also the Moonlight event, the one for the white moon of Yevondir. It is said the goddess Yevondir, I'm sorry if I butcher that, herself adorns her blessing then. By moonlight, your love is revealed. I just wasn't there to verify that theory myself. I have a bad habit of missing important dates, but it's just because I get so nervous. A lot of people in one place makes me anxious, and I get shy, and, well, I won't worry about it. I won't miss this date. Why? Because Mother will have my wings clipped if I miss the reading of this orb. Oh, well, we don't want that. I slow down. As a wing haver myself, not okay. I slow down and catch my breath. As I approach the massive estate enclosed in a tree, I am greeted by 2 Fae guards. Welcome, JOB. This background is gorgeous. The Faes are larger and more foreboding than pixies. I feel intimidated and can barely find my voice to request entrance. I hold out my invitation with shaky hands. Please keep your wings. I'll try. The 2 guards stare at me harshly, but eventually stand to the side, allowing me to pass. As they silently open the doors to the estate, I wonder if my invitation was acknowledged, or if the mark on my face is the reason the exchange went so smoothly. Like the little heart on your face? I swallow back the lump beginning to form in my throat. My anxiety is already beginning to spike. I continue down a long, cold, splendid corridor, decorated in ice ribbons and crystalline patterns. Beautiful, but cold. Wings cost money, I bet. I guess so, maybe. I mean, I shudder and shake my head, thinking of my mom. Mom is from the same lands as me, the warm spring region. However, she left many years ago to be with her beloved, an icy queen fae, powerful in her own right. I prefer the warmth, always have. The sun upon my wings and the dewy smell of spring has always been my favorites. The forest of eternal spring never grows old for me. I happily care for the forest in my mother's stead, and it cares for me. So, being in this cold, cavernous palace is already enough for me to want to leave. The call to go home is a tiny sound ringing in my ear as I push it back. As I carry on in silence, I focus on smoothing my leaves down and straightening my tresses. As I turn a corner, my heart sinks. Many forest folk are gathered here, just as I imagined. This would be a large event. What am I thinking? Of course it would. It's the last official reading of the year, the last time to have fate laid out for you to see. Also, the music bangs. I really appreciate. Music is important. It really does set the mood. So if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. It's going to throw the whole thing off. Anyone who ever wanted to know what love had in store for them would be here. Also, I love an R&B thing for romance. It's also not very common, unfortunately, despite R&B almost exclusively being a romantic genre of music, but okay. At least those who missed the first 2 events. Like me. Instinctively, I begin to back away, but I remember I promised to follow through, so I make my way forward into the fray. Loud noises everywhere and forest folk bumping into me left and right. I'm miserable. I'm miserable. This crowd is impossible to navigate. I make out a familiar smile in the massive crowd of foreign faces. Viv! Doubling my efforts, I weave through the crowd as I see my best friend waving wildly for me to make my way to her. I needed music to bop, but a lot of folks aren't weird like me. It's not weird. Suddenly, I bump into a person. It's a Fae folk. His broad back turns, and he looks at me questioningly for a moment. Then he smiles gallantly. I love him, by the way. Look. This is supposed to be first impressions, but I've already seen, at least the intro so far. And I remember really liking him. So I'm gonna be normal, is what I'm gonna do. Excuse me, didn't see you down there. Also, I have to do my man voice, which is not sexy at all, I'm sorry. It kind of docks him a little bit, but it's not his fault, it's mine. Little pixies like yourself should be careful. I hear pixie wings are fragile. And angel wings. He chuckles. They're not really, actually. He chuckles to himself as I squeeze, though my face puffed in indignation. Fae folk love making fun of the fragility of pixie wings. Oh, they're different, my bad. The Fae woman around him giggle and fawn as if he'd said the most fascinating and enlightening thing they'd ever heard. Me laughing at shit that ain't funny when a guy's cute. Being like, oh my god, that's so funny, wow. It's just because you're hot, dude, I promise. My dignity bruised, I mutter under my breath. brute. Yeah, but he's cute, okay? Can we agree? Can we just a little. Wouldn't hurt you to look out for someone besides your ego. No, for real. Just a little. I move forward into the crowd, and as I'm seeing the distance close between Viv and I bump into yet another figure. Rather, they bump directly into me. Sigh. Or should I... Sassy, okay. The guy has a dispassionate gaze on his face and isn't even bothering to look in my direction. I haven't been here a whole 5 minutes and I've already been offended twice. Yeah, no, for real. Within that's crazy. That's a new world record. But to be a woman, you know, not too uncommon, unfortunately. I mumble a half-hearted apology under my breath. I'm not even the offender, but I'm more than ready to move on. What I don't expect is the brush of skin past my ear. I whip around to see this guy holding a tassel of my hair. My eyes are wide with disbelief, but then so are his. Okay, but he doesn't have to look so cute when he does it. Like, at least look a little creepy, you know? My eyes are... And also, we look adorable. I don't know what to think, let alone say. Beautiful. Huh? You're absolutely stunning. It's in that moment that he realizes he has my hair captive, and the look on my face is definitely not one of approval. Oh, that was... sorry. The weirdo retracts his hand and his gaze just as abruptly. He doesn't say anything else. Yeah, you might make this worse, my friend. I can't bring myself to respond, so silently I turn back to my task of closing the distance between my friend and I. Finally! It's just trying to get to Viv, man. What are these men doing in the way of me trying to get to Viv, huh? I note that the guy was a starling. Weird to see them here, or maybe not. Viv is a starling too, and she came. But then again, Viv probably only came because of me. Suddenly, I realize something is amiss. I don't see Viv. Damn it! I look around in every direction, and then back where I'd seen her before, but there's no sign of her. I feel a cold, clammy feeling creep up the back of my neck. It's him rubbing our neck, apparently, because he's a fucking weirdo. I'm just joking. Well, at least look a little creepy. Just a little. You know, it's hard to be mad at a cutie. I'm just saying. That's why pets are allowed to get away with so much. Not saying Nuri's a pet. Oh, I shouldn't know their name yet, but you know what I'm saying. Not saying that they're a pet, but like, we give them a lot of grace, is all I'm saying. Don't grab strangers' hair. No, for real. Step one to trying to, I almost said mate. That's crazy. To court someone or to get someone's attention. Let's start with words first. Touching later. Leave touching later. That tiny sound nagging me to go back home is not so tiny anymore. I look around again. No Viv in sight. My chest is beginning to tighten. I know I'm not supposed to be here to meet up with her. I know the purpose of my presence today, but my breaths are coming in shorter and I feel the pinprick of tears in my eyes. Oh, don't do it, girl, don't do it. Once they spill, you can't put them back. I look back to the entrance to this grand ballroom. It looks like it's miles away. And this ballroom with all its elegant and glorious decor is just a tiny box for how closed in I feel right now. Mate is accurate. Mate is crazy. We just met. I barely know these men. Like, are they cute and would I let them get away with touching my hair? Yes. Mating. Give me like 5 more minutes at least. Suddenly, I hear my name called out. It saps me out of my immediate panic. The ballroom is quieted down and an attendant is calling out several names. When she reaches the end of the list, she repeats them. My name is definitely on the list as I hear her belt it out clearly. She requests the chosen names to follow her. I timidly step forward. I feel like I can't leave now. Everyone would notice. Involuntarily, I hiccup at the thought of so many eyes on me. So I join the group of people gathering around the well-dressed lady. Another attendant opens the large doors leading to another corridor, and we all follow our guide. At least 5 minutes. Not exactly. At least. It's a quiet walk from here on out. Others chatter lightly, but I hang back from the group. Everyone seems cheerful about the experience, but I'm just steadying my breaths. Soon we find ourselves in a pleasantly sized waiting area. There are chairs, lounges, and floor cushions, and beverages on an ornate table. I promise it's not the writing, it's my reading. Our group clambers in and finds places to comfortably be and converse, only I still feel out of place. I stand to an awkward side as there's no wall I can curl into, and there aren't a lot of seats left anyway. My skin feels clammy. I try to keep myself from bolting for the door, but the thought just fills me with more dread. Someone comes into vision. It's the starling from earlier. Just wanted to say sorry for earlier. I don't normally do that. Oh, it's fine. I'm fine. You don't look fine. I mean, what I mean is, you look uncomfortable. I can see him trying to make yeah, definitely uncomfortable because I do look fine. Like, we're fine as hell. But thank you for clarifying. I can see him trying to make an effort to speak, even though it seems to hurt him as much as my lungs hurt me right now. Oh, well, I normally just don't do crowds. I definitely get that. We stand there for about 3 seconds too awkwardly, and I don't think I've met his eyes, but I'm not sure he's tried to meet mine either. I think you should still... Okay, do we need a drink of water? I think we do. Reset. Rewind. Remix. I think you should sit down. It'll be easier. Thanks, but I don't get a chance to protest long because he holds his hands out expectantly. I take it to keep him from dying of embarrassment. He leads me over to the only empty seat, and as I sit, he makes his way to the other side of the room. I thought he just wanted a reason to pressure me into a conversation. I mean, given the circumstances, it would be a horrible place and a time to flirt. Not that he isn't cute, I mean, if things were different, but he is still very weird, this whole situation is. I'm reminded my nerves are not exactly on the same page with the idea of socialization. Socialization? Why did I say it like that? Social? I guess that's how I say it. I don't know how to say it another way. The room is still packed full of waiting forest folk, and me along with them. He returns shortly with a cup, holding it out to me. I carefully accept the cup with both hands, only then does he speak. It's water and fresh lilac. He crouches down to meet me at the eye level. I'm confused to say the least. This is not how you talk to short people. You're supposed to bend over, not crouch down. I'm joking. Close your eyes and take deep breaths if you need to. Don't let all this get to you, okay? His expression is so indifferent, but his words and voice are kind. I open my mouth to thank him, but the opportunity is lost before I can take it. He's already standing up smiling, if only slightly. I like how he stood up and he was only like an inch taller than us. Little shorty, good luck. You too. I blurted out because he's already turning around and heading towards the other side of the room again. He didn't even tell me his name. It's a good thing we know it already. But he's right. I begin to feel better after only moments of sitting down. I feel my breathing begin to stabilize. I close my eyes and think about the forest clearings in spring and the dew on morning flowers. A wave of peace flows over me. Also, her hat's really cute back here. I don't know why, it just caught my attention. Which lasts for a very short while. This isn't fair. You're so perfect for me. Well, you can't help the hands of fate. I deeply apologize. Sob. I'm coming. Stop rushing me already. Everything is so unfair. This is a big scam. I glance over and see the guy next to me smile apologetically as a gorgeous and distraught Fae woman storms out of the room. The guy next to me sighs deeply and wipes his hand across his face when the woman is safely beyond the door. He looks familiar. The Fae gent is dashingly handsome, and I'm glad he's lost in his own thoughts. I mentally kick myself for letting my eyes linger on his features longer than I'd like. It's okay, girl. You're allowed to look, alright? Everybody's sampling, alright? I hear him mumble under his breath. 5th one today. I just need it to be over with. Damn, life's so hard. He's just like me for real, having to reject people on the regular. I know. It's something we can all relate to. I'm so sorry. I feel this one really deeply. Me when I lie. His words prompt me to accidentally speak out of turn. The words come out before I have a chance to stop myself. Kind of looking forward to it being over with myself. I just giggles at me. Look, it's so funny. Just pretty boy problems. Like, he's like, I'm just so hot, and like, it's just so hard being me. Like, to be fair, that would be like, it would suck to kind of reject people constantly because some people really just don't take it well. It's just funny that that's the motivation. Makes sense though. Makes perfect sense. His response isn't what I expect. You're the pixie from earlier. Oh, so that's where I know him from. The young lady who called me a brute. I instantly feel my body collapsing into itself, but the Fae lets out a jovial laugh. It's genuine and full of mirth. Oh no, I'm so handsome. Darn, yeah. It was a first for sure, but you definitely left an impression. You heard me? Don't get too worked up about it. It was refreshing, to say the least. I like when women insult me. You know, to be fair, that is my type of man. I love a man who loves being insulted by women because it's just like, if you can't take that, like, we don't mean it that much, okay? So, like, just take it. It's fine. Like, if you can't handle that, you can't handle all the other shit I'm gonna put you through. So you might as well just hit the road. Get lost, because it's gonna get a lot harder from this point on. My fault for poking fun about your wings. Totally deserved. See? He's a good one. He's my favorite. Nuri's cute, don't get me wrong, and I like Nuri and I'm gonna give him a chance, but like, my eyes, my eyes keep going back over here. Have a backbone, my man. No, for real. Like, get lost. Y'all supposed to be hunters and building houses and shit, and you can't take a little insult from cute little old me? Yeah, nah. Y'all are, it's not survival of the fittest. Like, you are the bottom of the food chain at that point. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say, so I nod. It doesn't go unnoticed. So, are you like me, busy with work so much that you find yourself missing events like these? Sorta. I do find myself busy when they happen. Yeah, crazy that we fair folk get caught up in such crazy trials of love. I nod again. This time the Fey gent looks away, as if into a scene only he can see before continuing. His smile is dead on his features. To be honest, I didn't think much of this kind of stuff. I attended the Oracle seasonal blessings or whatever, and I was stood up. Love and war, right? As in all is fair? Yeah. I don't know if I believe that. Old idioms tend to go outdated as times change. This time, it's his turn to stare at me silently. My mother got married for a second time years ago, and the tale goes she captured her wife's heart with a smile. That would make your mother a lesbian. I'm sorry. I know that's not what he's going to say. I just had to say it. I'm sorry. It was right there. You set it up. Also, the expression is hilarious. As expected, his eyes go wide with the revelation. I nod slowly. Next is the part where he begins to act differently, as all Fae do when they find out. I love that for her, though. To find love twice in a lifetime when love is the love in the first is so rare. I know he meant, like, re-falling in love again. That's a rarity. But it is funny to think that he's just like, lesbians? Oh my god, that's crazy. To be fair, this, like, recently, not to spoil my games for next year, but I've been on a Yuri kick, and I've been writing a lot of, because I come from a yaoi writing background and like a straight romance writing background and then adjacent, but this year I've been writing a lot of Yuri and I've been loving it. So I'm also in your boat. Lesbians, oh my god, I've unlocked a whole new world. Mind you, I've dated women. I just haven't been writing them. That's the thing. Don't explain it to me. I don't want to go through it. It's too much. Ugh, that smile, swoon. Insults, flirting, same thing. No, for real. For me, that's a love language. Now, to be fair, I love to bully my husband. If he bullies me too hard, I will cry. So, you know, am I a hypocrite? Maybe. But am I real as fuck? Yeah. Lesbians, like, real. I regain my composure after briefly being in shock. Yeah, I guess love is wild like that. Could you imagine actually falling in love over something as simple as a smile? Yeah. Dude, I fell in love with... He didn't even smile. I just fell in love with just his sprite art. Trust me. The world is wide, okay? When you know what you like... I needed to use that emoji. You did. Absolutely. I think I'm going to follow your lead there and grab a drink. If I don't see you again, good luck with your reading. I awkwardly blurt out a response to the guy as he stands up, as it's clear our conversation has come to an abrupt end. Same. Whatever happened to people sharing the courtesy of title introductions? Yeah, they just don't want to tell you their name. Maybe it feels too intimate. I mean, that's me looking too deep into it, I think, but the twerking unicorn's crazy. No sooner than the Fae makes his way to the other side of the room, someone plops down in the vacant seat. They strike up a conversation with someone nearby, and the room fills again with light chatter as we await to be called. Time seems to stretch on, and I need another cup of water or something strong. I need water. Bad. Like right now. Oh, ad break. Perfect time for water. Sorry, I should have warned about the ad break. I knew, but I kept forgetting to say something. Ooh. Hey, at least I remembered to bring a water before I started streaming today. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Hold up. Okay. Need another cup of water or something stronger. Need a breath of fresh air and maybe an escape route. No, we're good. I mean, I don't feel uncomfortable. I don't think we need to leave right now, but I'm gonna save just in case. Need another cup of water. I slowly make my way over to the table where the watering cups are. I look at the options. There are fresh lilac leaves and lemon slices and even mallow root. I decide to grab a few petals of lilac and fill my glass again from the fountain. As I turn to make my way back to my miraculously vacant seat, a fey woman stops me. Did you see there is a starling here? Two, actually. I just don't know where the other one is. I don't respond, but I don't think it matters. The woman continues as if I pleaded for her to do so. I heard there were a few attending, but I honestly didn't think any of them would stick it out this far. Or that I'd be the one to see it. Ha! Okay, I ate all my ice cream. Now I gotta do chores. Lurk! Oh, you're all good, Rue. Good luck with the chores. I hope it goes by swiftly and that you're able to lock in. I finally squeak out a response when I realize she's looking at me expectantly with a self-satisfied expression. I guess I hadn't really looked for starlings in particular tonight. I know, right? It's wild. Who would think to look for starlings at a matchmaking event? The excited Fey woman stops to contemplate for a moment. I notice how gaudy she looks for the first time, as if her glamour were caked up human makeup. No doubt she let gossip and bitterness seep into her magic core. Suddenly I'm uncomfortable in her presence. As if on cue, she starts up again just as I'm starting to move towards my seat. You know, I should feel sorry for the unlucky, long-living soul that ends up tied to a starling tonight. Damn, what the heck? What's wrong with the starlings, bro? Maybe they'll at least get a decent lay before waking up alone. Okay, crazy work. What are you? Who are you even talking to? Like, girl, you need to stream or a podcast. Like, ain't nobody listening for real. I notice a Fey jet eyeing my seat, which sits vulnerably across the room. I'm sure they'll work something out. I blurted out as a way to end the conversation to make my exit. But that doesn't work on the gossipy Fae. Work it out? They'll be sick of the poor fairy in a week. What a waste. If I were so unlucky, I'd walk out, wouldn't you? No? Like, I don't even know what's going on, but also no. My tongue is quicker and sharper than I expect, saying what I wouldn't expect myself capable of. Then who's the flighty one in that case? I guess I'd feel sorry for the starling to come this far only to have someone treat them so cruelly. And to have their own silent podcast by themselves. Like, what a fucking weirdo. Like, hello? Okay, to be fair, he did touch our hair. So some starling's a little off. Not gonna lie. But I don't think he also apologized. You're just over here just being hateful. I walk around the gossiping Fae and make my way to the seat. But if you apologize, I'll forgive you because I was crazy, which is now taken. Finding an unoccupied space against the wall, I nurse my cup and breathe with my eyes closed. Slowly, couples and sometimes up to small groups of four are ushered out. Finally, I hear my name and two others. Okay, Kalira, right? That's how you say it? Kalira? Duvine, Knight, Amberleaf, and Nuri Frostwild. This way, please. Madam Whimsy will see you now. I make my way to the doorway, only to freeze in my tracks, and the other two with me do as well. No one says a word, but we're clearly all equally shocked. This way, please. The attendant is clearly agitated. This way, please! The attendant is clearly agitated at the three of us standing there, momentarily dumbfounded. And serving face. We clamber after him silently after the initial shock. No one looks at anyone, or at least I don't think they do. I know I'm visually following the guard's ankles as we continue through the maze of ornate hallways. Wow. A black door opens, and we three shamble into the dark and mysterious room that must be the office of Madam Whimsy. The attendant doesn't announce his exit, and we don't notice it. We almost don't notice anyone else in the room. Until a voice behind a pedestal, sporting a glowing alabaster globe, beckons us forward. The ancient voice belongs to a cloaked figure, as dark, unreadable, and ambient as the surroundings we're enveloped in. Everything around us looks mysterious and decadent, the heart of the designs we've seen in the mansion up until this point. First of all, shoes off. So real. Me? Oh my god, Madam Whimsy, are you me? You heard me. That's not carpet, that's crushed velvet you're standing on. Pardon me? Take off your shoes! Did she stutter? What? Eh? We all stand there momentarily, but shoes are removed and placed at the door. Good. The figure waves us over, and we all silently obey the gesture. Well, hello, princess. It made me think of that one meme where he's just like, Well, excuse me, princess. Like, I know she didn't say it like that. Didn't expect to find you here of all the fair folk. I might do that voice just so I could, like, distinguish them, because I think I've been doing a poor job. Ha ha ha. I shrink into myself shamed. It was true, I was definitely not what you would call traditional royalty, but I was royalty nonetheless due to the marriage of my mother to her beau. With that came expectations that I would carry myself as such, when truly I was still ever a field and forest fae, untamed and unbelonging to the wood. The part that shamed me was how it must look on my mother to have it said that I wasn't even trying to behave as a high pixie. I dodged courtship until now, well past when a pixie would have normally chosen a partner, whatever that meant. Get on with it. Hey, you be rude and keep your shoes off. Both the fairy and I stare at the starling, who seems completely unfazed and disinterested in being here. I feel my feet shuffle restlessly beneath me. Ugh, stone me for having a bit of a laugh. As if I haven't been doing this all day, with much more lively crews than you three to boot. Fine then. With a lack of shared mirth from us, the matchmaker's jovial turns somber. She points a long, spindly finger in our direction. Knight Amberleaf, Nuri Frostwild. She pauses dramatically. Kalira Duvine. The three of you are here in this room because your fates have crossed. Or rather, because they could have, maybe even should have, and those opportunities were missed. What I offer is a last opportunity for you to seize back the missed chance. Missed? The mysterious woman cackles. The sound is old and weathered, like a chuckle at time itself. Missed. Her clawed finger points out to Nuri and grabs his hair. I'm joking. Though you were present at the white moon of Yavindir, I'm sure your half-heartedness during the event did you no favors. I hear a cough from my side where the fae stood. I'm not sure, but I think he may be covering a laugh. However, Madame Whimsy's finger swiftly points to him next. You, Lieutenant of the High Guard. Hello, Space. Thank you for the follow. What follower alert is that? Did they just mix follower alerts? I don't know. I've never. Oh, I hit my follower goal. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I have 110 followers now. Thank you. What an entrance. You were at both events. I only attended the Blessing of the Oracle of Seasons. The High Guard was on duty at the other. Surrounded by fairy beauties as at every turn, yet you went home empty-handed both times. Madame Whimsy spoke over him, silencing him to a stone in the room, much like the starling on my opposite side. I swallow hard, knowing my turn is next. And you, the catalyst for this, meeting today, why didn't you attend either event? I can't answer. My tongue is swollen in my mouth, and the tightness in my chest returned to me like an unwanted gift. I imagine you never learned to read your fate, thus you are all here due to that fact. I feel the eyes of the other two on me. They're shocked that I don't know how to read fate orbs. You don't know? Wow. Oh my god. I'm gonna pretend to also be. Oh my god. What the fuck? What do you mean you don't know? Everyone knows. It matters not what hands you've played against yourself previously. Your coin has been paid and the invitations made use of, so we will turn the hands of fate together. Together! We stand in silence. The elephant in the room hasn't been addressed. I am too afraid to bring it up. However, my fate companions are not. So wait, you're saying we both were possibly fated to be partnered to this pixie? She has a name. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, stop calling us a pixie, bro. I'm more than that. Have you seen me? No shit, Shiny. Shiny's crazy. Also, we have Shinies in the chat. That's so funny. Our channel points are called Shinies. Oh my gosh. You know what, Nuri? I might be more on your side this time. I knew her name before we came in here. Oh, new information. Okay. You'd have to be an idiot to not know who Kalira Duvine is if you know of Zuri Snowvine. True. Good. Then there's still some form of working cogs moving around in that oaf brain of yours. I love that look. That's okay. He's a little shit. All right. Nuri's moving up a little bit. I love a little shit. I really do. It's a lot of fun for me. Maybe next time you can use Kalira's name when you speak of her right here in the same room. True. Put some respect. Fine. Sorry. Okay, he apologized. You know what? I wish there was a bar to indicate, like, my love for both of them. Because right now it's, like, equal, okay? It went back and forth there for a second, but we equaled out, okay? But that's not my point. You're saying that we're both that we both were supposed to be fated. To the same person, yes, it happened. So what? Polyamory literally exists. I'm sorry, I know that's not the point of this. But it would be so simple. Paradox of choice for real. Hey, that's always a good sign. Also, people be hating on love triangles so hard, and I just cannot get on that boat. I can't. Unfortunately, maybe it's the polyamorousness in me, and that's possible. But just like, even if you take that out, like even if you don't do the whole I have two hands thing, there's something just innately fun about having to choose between two people. Okay, the drama. Okay, do we hate drama all of a sudden? Like, is that not fun for everybody? Do you not like being vied over and having your attention? Like, I know it sucks to have to let one of them down, but in the world of visual novels where you can technically have both, you know, just in alternate realities, let me have it. Stop playing around, everybody. Stop being so sensitive and give me my love triangles. I'm sick of it. That's it. Suddenly turned into a rant. I'm sorry. The tall Fae looks indignant, but missed the beat to respond, and Madame Whimsy is already ready with a follow-up remark. I assume you thought it would be the other way around, with 10 or more Fae beauties hoping to tie themselves to you? No, I mean, didn't mean those those Fae beauties, by the way, is just everybody in chat, okay? Because we're all on the night train, aren't we? Aren't we? Just me? He looks around at the room with I would love to learn how to speak today. He looks around the room at us with a pleading glance, which quickly falls into shame. The starling rolls his eyes and returns to his unimpressed stance. Come here, Kalira. Sorry. Her name is not hard to pronounce. I'm just worried about mispronouncing it, and when I worry about it, I end up doing it. Amazing how that works. She waves both of her hands to me, beckoning me to come closer. I approach slowly. My feet are suddenly very heavy, and my heart is in a vice. I'm trying to focus on making my way the 5 or 6 steps to her chair. So glad you didn't say 6 or 7. You could have easily said that there, and we would have had to make a really bad joke about it. All I can do is nod as I arrive, my arms full of goose flesh, and my lungs nearly collapsed. Up close, she speaks quietly enough for me alone to hear. I've done this a million times, kid. Don't worry so much. Breathe a little. A flash of impossibly sharp teeth gleam against bright red lipstick, and I involuntarily swallow at the sight. I take a deep breath as requested. Oddly enough, I do feel a little calmer and a little warmer. 2 hotties fighting over me. Oh no, how could this happen? I cannot give you an unbiased answer. That's okay, Jamie. Don't. I will know what to choose, trust. Then she speaks louder so everyone can hear. I'm going to have you hold this orb, and I will read your fate to you. Go stand between your suitors and hold that orb steady. I'll need to see it clearly if I am to read what's in your heart. I make my way to stand between the two, the oddly heavy orb in my hands. As I look into the orb, it looks like it's filled with a swirling, glittery liquid and lightning striking wildly around inside of it. Every now and then I see a Okay, I'm sorry. When you said the lightning thing, I was thinking of like those little... this is a very 90s kid thing, like those little Prisma balls or whatever they are, where you touch them and then like the electricity like touches the spot that you touched in the ball. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Every now and again, I see shimmering hearts floating into view and then disappearing into sparkly liquid glitter again. I look up from it to realize Madame Whimsy has been speaking. On this day, and in this time, in your lives... I bite my tongue to avoid giving away that I haven't been paying attention. Damn. Come on, Kylar. I know you don't want to be here, but... Lock in! I pray she doesn't ask me anything. So, Kalira, what do you see? My ghost leaves me. That was inspiration, little joy come out of my brain. And you did a good job, because that's immediately what I thought of. I mumble a pretend answer under my breath that sounds like an agreement. My ghost threatens never to return when she repeats the question. I see neither of these guys offer me any semblance of assistance. Yeah, what the fuck? What are y'all doing? So I take a chance and answer the question to the best of my ability. I see sparkles. I see trees of green. Okay, we love sparkles in this house. We literally have channel points that are sparkles, and I have a feeling this one is tied to Nuri and this one is tied to Night. So we're just gonna have to go with the sparkles, guys. I can't fight who I am, alright? I see swirling sparkles and glittering hearts. Instantly, I hear the Fae cough into his shoulder and the starling stifle a chuckle. I gotta say, that's one hell of a future. My face is burning from embarrassment, but there's no way I would have gotten that right. Madame Whimsy explains that I first have to envision a future for myself and hold the image in my mind. She then waves her hand and the candles around her dim, bathing the room in darkness. I love this music again. I've said that so many times, but like it's so fucking true. This one is like putting me directly in the sea. I'm locked in. Well, expect for her own glowing eyes as I stand there trying to envision a future where I would be happily in love. And I'm failing miserably. I I hear whispering behind me. It only takes a quick moment to realize the guys with me are bickering. Let me hear. You came here? Why? Starlings aren't interested in this sort of thing. How do you speak for the Starlings? Are you the Lorax of them? No? Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of the Starling slander. I'm here with the Starlings. I get surprised you're here, soldier boy, real nutcracker. Okay, he got your ass. He got you. Oh my god. Holy shit, Team Nuri. Are we on Team Nuri? Also, culturally, seasonally appropriate. Oh my god, he'd be so cute as a nutcracker. Please, please draw that, JB. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why, you little imp? I hope your wings get dirty. Weak ass. He has weak ass insults. I'm so sorry. You're cute and you've only relied on that. So you haven't had to really develop like a personality and like biting wit. And that's okay. You're cute and like you're winning at that for sure. But Nuri got you. He got you by the fucking throat, my dude. Mad because you keep showing up to get turned down like you didn't. I would have taken the hint after the second time. Oh! Okay, Nuri is eating him up. Like, let him get up. He's jumping him. So somebody come in and help. Somewhere deep in the recesses of my tummy, my last meal buys a ticket to my throat. Suddenly, my knees feel weak. I am trying to focus on... See, okay, they can't put me... Like, good thing Kalira's here. She's being an adult about this. Meanwhile, I'd be over here cackling and giggling to myself. Like, I'd be like, yes, girls, keep fighting. Yeah. I have problems, okay? Suddenly, my knees feel weak, arms are heavy, mom spaghetti. I am trying to focus on Madam Whimsy's chanting. Trust me, she didn't know you were gonna be here, or she probably wouldn't have come. Okay. No. I mean, he's a little bit of a weirdo, but he apologized. I know I wouldn't. Okay. Okay, queen. You dolt, then she would have stood you up a third time. Okay, guys. JMV, please. If I was playtesting this game, I would have been like, you need to give Knight better insults because Nuri isn't even giving him, like, he is destroying him. It's not even, like, equal banter. It's just him, like, Knight is barely holding on. Brother needs to pull out his sword at this point because, like, that's the only way he's gonna win in this fight because words are not doing it. Suddenly, the entire world seems like it is compacted to this tiny space, and there's no way for me to adjust. I intend to speak up, to quell the argument that is budding behind me. Literally one-sided beats out. It is, I'm sorry. Like, okay, maybe Knight could beat Nuri in a fight. Like, a physical fight. Like, I would place my bets there, probably. But I don't know. I could be wrong there, too. But my voice only comes out in a squeak. My tongue fails to form anything intelligible. You scared her. Shut up already. How do you know it wasn't your ugly face that scared her? Okay, this one I think Knight actually had it. Why, you little... Was Madam Whimsy always chanting this loud? The noise of Madam Whimsy's chanting, she's just having a good old time back there. And the guy's hissing behind me is muted in my ears, drowned out by my heartbeat. I swallow with strained effort. The door doesn't seem too far away, and suddenly it's the only thing I can think about. Suddenly, I realize the orb in my hand is glowing brightly, shimmering light flowing rapidly through the luminescent surface. It seemed to be holding an electric current. What looks like lightning is flowing gently around the orb in my hands as well. For a moment, I'm caught in the beauty of the orb, and the pressure in my head calms. I feel a connection to this magic. But oh, too soon do I find myself wrenched back to the present. I hear the men on either side of me shuffle uncomfortably. I hear Madam Whimsy chant relentlessly. I feel my frame shudder. It only takes 1 second to falter, one moment of weakness where a wave of dizziness catches me off guard and I stumble. Oh shit, are we gonna pass out? One moment I can't grip the glowing orb that tumbles maliciously away from my hands, and of all the soft things it could fall against, it almost deliberately falls right against the solid metal stand. The sound of it cracking is instant, and before I know it, the crack is a shatter and the globe is open on the velveteen carpet. Shit! We were worried about our shoes, we didn't think about dropping the damn orb. The once translucent glow is instantly dead. Is it gonna stain? Replaced by the simplicity of a broken shards and awkward chunks of crystal. And everyone in the room is looking at me with wide eyes. Suddenly, the lights in the room flicker out. The next moment... I'm sorry, Madam Whimsy. It was their fault. It was them. The woman in the cloak stands before us, towering even over Night, who is a rather tall fae. As her cloak dramatically falls from her shoulders, we see exactly who Madam Whimsy is. She stands, I have never seen this word. Oh my gosh. You know what? In order to not look stupid, I'm not going to read it. There you go. Hello, Joy. Hello, JB. Hello, Milky. How are you? On her hunches, stretching. You can see even in this now shadowy room, her leathery blue wings. Her unique physique is in no way gives any impression of fair folk. No way. Madam Whimsy is a demon. Okay, so let it be said that in all my years, and I've got plenty of them to mention, I have never ever had one of my poor unfortunate souls shatter my damned orb. Okay, I would be scared right now if I wasn't so turned on. That's just the realness. That word is evil. I don't know how to say that word either. Yeah, sorry. I just get it. Oh, I knew this would be a difficult match, but in all brimstone, I never saw this coming. I bat back the tears rushing to my eyes and force myself to continue breathing. Words of apology can't even form on my lips. This is all your damn fault, damned oaf. Even in the shock, Nuri had to just stick a dagger in real fast. How dare you blame this on me? You were arguing too, no doubt contributing to whatever just happened. Oh, be quiet, both of you divas. No, for real. Whatever just happened is an anomaly, chaos at its finest. Something only the fair folk could be capable of. Her voice sounds tired, worn from experiences and eras, both having gone by in her life many a time. But I'm nothing if not benevolent. I have the best of propositions for you all. Simple ultimatum. In the face of a demon smiling sweetly at us with sharp teeth, we all quietly await her words. How I can hear them over the sound of my heart attempting to escape from my chest is beyond me. But I am as quiet as the two next to me as we await what we hope isn't a death sentence. You can simply leave. Our gasps don't go unnoticed. If you all agree to leave and go on about your lives, fine by me. You've managed to cost me a fortune befit of royalty to replace. This crystal ball isn't exactly from this realm, and it will cost a hell of a lot for me to get back in the kingdom I'm from and get another one of equal value. Yeah, of course. So, fine. You are all dismissed if you can agree on that. But if you decide to stay, to see the results of this unfinished reading, you will be agreeing to the consequences of your actions. Oh, her eyes changed. Nice. Involuntarily, I exhale. With the prospect of being welcomed to walk away from this mess, I look to the door, not wanting to be rude and rush to it first. I'm not leaving. Of course. There's no way I'm leaving. Oh, they agree. The stress I've endured today has reached its peak, and I think I'm hearing things. I politely speak up before my mind completely skews my ability to hear correctly. Oh, I'm perfectly fine with leaving. She's so real. Just get out of here, queen. Don't let them drag you back. Also, just I'm not, you know what? She's such an adult. She's just I'm not going to deal with all this. It seems like a lot. I'm just going to get out where the going's good. We can all use a little bit of Kalira in our lives. My hopeful response is to cut short with a cackling across the room. The candles flicker back on to a soft glow. Without the light of the orb, the room seems darker than it was previously, if that's possible. Well, of course, Princess, you are welcome to leave. And I might even take you up on your offer. But since you can't afford this globe... I feel my stomach curdle up at the way she speaks. Every word is dripping with thinly veiled malice. I know I'm not going to like where Madam Whimsy is going, and I become the embodiment of dread. I'll just send the bill to the Snow Queen on your behalf. What? Had she threatened to boil me alive, I might have been less worried. As it stands, I'm terrified, and the demon knows it. She is hardly containing her laughter at my shock. Maybe I could offer something else? Yes, quite. The reality of the big mess getting back to my mom and stepmom is the utmost worst-case scenario, and I played right into it by offering something to a demon, a no-no for force folk. What was I thinking? Geesh, kid, stop worrying. You're already up Shit's Creek. Worrying now won't help. I'll be up front. I don't get off torturing the Fae. What I need from you is easier to obtain when you folk are in. amicable situations. I admit it will take quite some effort to get my orb replaced, but in the meantime, you three will pay me back. So listen up, no interruptions. You guys are going to be part of a host club, okay? And Nuri, you're gonna. How cute would that be? The three of us shuffle as Madame Whimsy paces the length of the room. Suddenly, she stops and smiles to herself, mumbling about the house being too cold. So, if you haven't figured out by now, I am a succubus. Fae or demon doesn't matter, the history books tend to lie either way. I have made quite a comfortable living for myself during doing good work by helping the Fae find their way in love, and you bring an energy that I find beneficial. But since I will be closing up shop for a bit, I'll be needing some help around here. The guys will help with household work, of course. Yes, put them in a maid costume now. I'm afraid I just won't have the energy. And you, princess, you need to learn to read a Fate orb on your own. This was a pain even without you breaking my globe. You're impossible to read. And I won't have my pristine reputation ruined for one Fae with a wishy-washy heart. So I will train you myself. Consider yourself fortunate. And you'll have exactly 6 full moons to learn to read the fates. Otherwise, I'll shame you, all publicly, because you better believe I'm not going down alone. And that's pretty much it. My terms. And where do you think we're supposed to stay? I'm not from these parts. Yeah, and some of us have jobs. Madame Whimsy doesn't at all seem bothered by the outrage on my side of the room. She cackles indulgently and licks her lips at us. It's a mansion. I'm sure you boys can each find a room somewhere, or share one, whatever. And Lieutenant, dear, what makes you think I don't have connections? You made your agreements when you decided to stay. Neither of you asked what you were agreeing to. I'll send for your things. For now, out of sight. You heard me. And take your shoes with you. Oh no, not you, Caliber Duvine. You stay put. We are going to go over your new schedule. Time for me to fail at a bunch of mini games, guys. Like, my feet are stuck to the spot, but my everything else wishes I'd stayed home. What did I just get myself into? Chapter 1, Getting Situated. Things were hectic over the next 2 weeks. The party came to a halt after the orb was broken. With no orb, there would be no orb readings. However, Madame Whimsy has an immaculate PR team. The attendants were able to convince everyone that an even greater event would be hosted later. Most forest folk were excited at the prospect of a larger and even more extravagant party. What can I say? We are fair folk. We like a good party. That's true. This new mystery event was the entire talk of the wood. You couldn't pass a stump without hearing about it. Meanwhile, the three of us were lucky to avoid being outed for ruining Madame Whimsy's business, even if only temporarily. Viv lent me her shoulder to cry on over it. I cried for days. I wasn't sure of the state of the guys. I hadn't been back to the estate in almost a week. Their decision to stay and hear the reading was wild to me, and even now I'm not able to make sense of it. As I make my way through the thickest part of the woods for the first time in 5 days, I mull over it. It's not like the Fae to back down from a challenge. Still, I can't make sense of it. We're just strangers. My title won't win my suitors' liberties or favor amongst the fair folk. Maybe my pixie luck had run out? That's cute. I like that. There's a lot of really good lines that I've just been kind of ticking in my head away. I do want to say, because I was just thinking about it, was that the writing has a lot of personality. I think there's something that there's a lot of good writing, but I think that what really pulls this one apart is it sounds like the character talking. It's hard to really nail a voice. I think that's even difficult for me, and it's really important when you're in a first person perspective. You want to have the feel of that character, and there's so much personality because not only does the internal stuff talk about the world building, it just feels very baked in, I guess is what I mean. Also, we have an ad break in 20 seconds, so everybody get a drink, maybe pee. I'm definitely gonna drink real fast. Away from the mic because it's a gross sound, sorry. And the no background music doesn't make it any better. Okay, ad starting now. And I was now caught in a game of demons and weirdos. Is there anything that can be done to change her mind? We encourage you to put your ears to the stumps. There will be an announcement soon for a date. I get it. A new and more extravagant party, but I don't want to attend another one single. Just trust in Madame Whimsy. You'll benefit better from it. Yeah, I guess you're right. I hope the party will be soon. Otherwise, I'll have to make new garments for the season. The announcement will be very soon. All right, thanks for hearing me out. Of course. I stumble up on a conversation at the entrances of the estate. Two attendants redirect Pixie, who most likely showed up for a reading. Probably her cancelled reading. She leaves with a smile on her face, but I can't help but feel guilty as she passes. The two attendants then greet me expectantly and escort me through the mansion. The mansion. I don't know why I said it like that. I notice along the way that there are many halls, and without a map, this place is easily a labyrinth. Everything is so beautiful under the sun's warm rays. Admittedly, I see some sights along the way that pique my curiosity. As I follow the attendants, my eyes wander as we pass. The lounge, the garden, the clotheslines, the veranda. Look, my name's Flowers for Joy for a reason, okay? We're going to the garden. Passing by a garden courtyard, I'm surprised to see such a beautiful sight, though it looks perfect in this lavish setting. I can almost imagine sitting among the bouquet of fragrance amidst the floral courtyard. However, the attendants don't stop me to linger. I continue behind them quietly through the halls. I literally had to draw myself a map. No, that's really cool though. It's so detailed, everything. Finally arrive at the kitchen, and they excuse themselves without saying anything. The kitchen has a broad open entrance and had a model design befit of the human world. Other than a few fae and ancient magica touches, you wouldn't be able to tell it apart from a human kitchen. The fleeting thought that perhaps a human has been here crosses my mind, but my mind is quickly in the present and on what I'm facing. Hello! Are we going to bake a pie? Took you long enough, princess. When I said take all the time you need, that was a figurative suggestion. Sorry. Don't go apologizing, it's not that deep. I just like to keep my schedules, and it's not the same for fair folk. What I'm facing is two unhappy-looking fair men, and one clearly agitated succubus. Looking around the room, I don't regret my absence the last few days. Madame Whimsy cuts her eyes at the guys, who look weathered from the time I saw them last. Getting their effects was much more of a hassle. I love that she's just running them into the ground, as she should. Madame Whimsy clenches her fists against the counter. Actually, everyone in the room looks like they ate bad mushrooms. That you were able to get the general to agree to this. And why wouldn't he? I think I matched him and his wife just splendidly. I can't help if he feels indebted to one such as myself. And you, stop your glaring. You leave less of a paper trail than an assassin. You have no idea how I had to hunt down your belongings to have them brought here. What the fuck? Or do you live in a hole? What? And they still aren't here. You ingrate, your effects will be here tomorrow. Ugh, this is the things I get. Enough. Down to business. Fate needs time to work on you three. A new reading would go the same as the previous otherwise. She's still unbaked, and so are you two. So, like it or not, you'll be here where you can do things the old-fashioned way and get to know each other. I blink in shock. So this whole arrangement is so we can stay in contact? Well, it wouldn't have been better if you stayed here too. I've got the room and all the amenities, but I figured it best to send you home before you got skittish on me. Since you only live over the hill and through the thicket, we can work around it. Just make sure you show up and I don't have to come and get you. I love the sparkles on her more devious lines. Her menacing smile was an effective threat. Are we all, for the most part, ready to start our undertaking together? We all three nod silently. Good. I've already given these fair men their list of duties around the house. I'll meet you in the office in a few moments, Kylyra. Madame Whimsy snapped her spindly fingers. Knight, follow me. You'll need to know where the pantry is. You have to go around this way. Madame Whimsy leads Knight through a door with a latch that leads outside. Neri and I are alone in the kitchen. Silence lingers in the air for a moment too long. I hate people who waste my time. He's so me. Okay. Again, the fact that he's a little bit of a bitch, that is gonna sell me. It gives them so much personality. It's just so fucking real. Obviously it could be taken too far, but I don't know. I love a sassy queen too. I love it. My initial impression is that he is resentful at me putting everyone in the situation. But then I think back to Neri being the first person to state he wanted to see this through. I look up in confusion only to be shocked when Neri clasps my hands and leads me to the door. He looks out the small window in the center of the room, then turns to me. We don't have to stick this out. We can run away. I'm clearly not following, and he continues. I think you are wonderfully kind, but that high guard is a waste of both of our time. Neri is pulling me closer, his hand still clasping mine. Okay, he's very touchy, but I'm not against it. I'm starting to slowly register what he's getting at, and suddenly my mouth feels dry. I'm not confused. I don't want you. I'm not confused. I don't want you to be either. I know exactly who I want. Okay, I like the forwardness. Neri, you're doing a good job winning me over, okay? He saw that I was making eyes at Night and he was like, whoa, hey, hold up. Hold that thought. Neri closes more distance between us and smiles warmly. Damn, he's so smooth. No, for real. Like, I'm listening. Suddenly, the door begins to swing in. Neri sighs and quickly slams it back, locking it behind him. He's so funny. A yelp escapes me at the sound of the door slamming. Neri returns his gaze towards me. He's like, anyway. I stammer over my words, thrown off by his boldness. The handle of the door rattles, soon followed by banging against the wood. Night clearly is aware he's been locked out. We can all agree the third wheel can roll home. Amazing line. Hurry up and make the decision. I'd hate to have the oaf have an accident. I'd have no problem helping him have one. You gonna push him down a hill? I look at Nuri with a new level of shock. He's got a gun! He takes a moment to notice, but grows silent under my gaze. When I can't find the words, he asks for me. Wait, I thought... Did I upset you? No social cues this one. I feel guilty and can't answer. Nuri grumbles an apology under his breath and reopens the door. Night nearly swings the door back in Nuri's face no sooner than the hatch is unlocked. My eyes widen again when Night enters the room. He sees my expression and Nuri standing close and turns sour on Nuri. Perhaps he is under the impression something else happened when I yelped earlier. Maybe in the clouds they don't have manners, but please refrain your heathen ways from Kylyra's eyes. That's a hard line to read. Nuri looks confused, and after looking between us both, he quietly steps out of the room. Oh. Look, okay. In a real world sense, too much. In a fictional sense, yes. With the starling gone from the room, Night's expression slowly eases. Unlike Nuri, who was quick to close distance between us, Night lingers across the room. It seems he isn't sure what to say next after the questionable scene he burst in on. Oh, he's thinking. Look at him. He's like... He's trying, guys. He's trying so hard. I begin to feel fidgety and feel the need to quell the awkward silence. Nuri, I guess, wanted to talk? I guess he doesn't seem too fond of you. Oh, you don't have to make excuses for that jerk. It's been a hellish week in this place with him in it. Just seeing his face makes this... It's in that moment that Night realizes his own outburst. He drags a hand over his face and takes a deep breath. I apologize. Here, let me make it up to you. Walk you to Madame Whimsy's office? I quietly nod, and Night escorts me into the hallway. Night and I continue down the hall in absolute silence. Though I'm not as nervous as I am in large crowds, this dead air between us makes me feel uneasy. I think about the fact that both of these guys are supposed to be my suitors. But if this is courtship, I'm doomed. I hear a cough to my side. So, the situation is unique, to say the least. I don't know how else to respond, so I find myself nodding again. I mean, I was so quick to speak up because I didn't want to back down against my chance at fate. And while you are... I guess I didn't think about this whole thing would be inconveniencing you. So, I apologize. I stop in my tracks. Honestly, I don't think I'd thought of anyone else until this moment. I guess I never thought about you or Nuri wanting to find your fate. All this time I thought it was weird that either of you would go this far. We're all strangers, after all. Night closes the distance, much like Nuri had earlier in the kitchen. He clasps my hands in his and pulls me close enough that I can feel the warmth emanating from his face. I can't tell you why that other guy is here, but I can tell you without hesitation that I'm very interested in getting to know you. This isn't exactly the easy go-around, but nothing worth having isn't worth fighting for. For the second time, my words are dried out before they can reach my tongue. I love that expression of it. He's so sweet, guys. I like how sweet and just like gentlemanly and reserved and like he is. Is it as fun necessarily? No, but in a real world sense, it definitely would be the better option. But unfortunately, I do like the mess a little bit, so I am leaning maybe slightly more towards Nuri from a personality standpoint, but definitely more towards Night from like an aesthetic standpoint. So I don't know. I'm so in love with two. I'm caught, which is not a bad place to be. I'm just stuck in the middle. I'm sussing it out. Okay, I'm trying to weigh my options. Good, because it'll be the fight next time. Good, because it'll be a fight the next time you make my new apprentice late for our appointment. Oh, here she comes again. Where's the Madam Whimsy route? I'm sure you hear that one all the time. Honestly, on a real note, I do not think Kalira and Whimsy would have any chemistry at all. But me and Madam Whimsy, how about that? Have you considered that? We both turn around to see we have been standing at Madam Whimsy's doorway. She chuckles and waves to Night while pulling me into the room. Make sure you close the door behind you, Lieutenant Amberleaf. As I make my way into the fateful office, her cackling can be heard well into the hall. I have a feeling I will be feeling quite lively these next 6 moons. I nervously observe the succubus from a safe distance. It only takes a few moments of being alone with me for Madame Whimsy to rake her hand across her face. Oh, come on, kid. You're making this harder than it has to be. I jump at the sudden break of silence. I'm serious. How am I supposed to teach you anything way over there? I flush with embarrassment as I make my way over to her desk. Glad you could make it. Also, we never found Viv! Viv, where are you? The quest to find Viv. Glad you could make it. Madam Whimsy wastes no time shoving a book in my hand. Take this, princess. Magic and Mayhem, 4 Elements of Zen. I glance at the book in my hand. Oh, I didn't need to read it on the thing. It's bound by a thick, faded parchment and reads Magic and Mayhem, 4 Elements of Zen. You need to learn some simple skills that will help you. This book is all about meditation, for the magically inclined. Oh, but I know how to meditate. You probably know how to daydream, but you're too easily distracted by outside stimuli. How are you supposed to hear what's in there if everything around you is giving you jump scares? Madam Whimsy points at my chest. I feel like she's already looking through me. I don't know. I don't mean to. Of course you don't know. That's why you're here. Love is simple enough for most people. I just point them in the direction of their heart's desire. Will it be that simple for me? A simple twist of fate? Your problem is a bit deeper than that. But before I can teach you to do the fraction of what I do, Madam Whimsy suddenly stands up and heads to her bookcase. I follow suit. You've got to learn some chill. You read? Well, The answer is yes. Madam Whimsy doesn't seem interested in hearing my answers, and I realize my task is to nod and smile. You're very good at that. She turns her finger over the books at the shelves, sucking her teeth as she pauses over a few titles. Finally, she picks out 2 fairly weathered books and thrusts them at me, one in each hand. I can barely focus on the titles before she demands I pick one out. After a moment of deliberation under her impatient glare, I pick the title I think most interesting. The Magic Art of Not Giving a Fuck, Professional Fae Troublemaker. Okay. This is what's hard. Stop giving me hard choices. What, I gotta think? What the fuck? I didn't sign up for this. The Magic Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I have a feeling, okay, I could be wrong, I don't know. But I have a feeling that each answer is tied to one of the boys, and that's Us Falling Our Heart by Kalira. And this one's giving Nuri to me, though I could be wrong, and Professional Fae Troublemaker. What does Kalira need more, though? I feel like she needs to not give as much of a fuck. I think it would be easier for her not to. Being a troublemaker does not really seem like her at all. I don't know. My heart's calling to 1. I gotta go with 1. I like the magic. I love that it looks like it's just scribbled on with like Sharpie. The cover looks as fierce as the title suggests. The pages look worn as if they've been read quite a few times. Thank you for your hydrates, Karen. I didn't know you were here. Welcome, Stucky. Thank you, Stucky, for the hydrate. Much needed. It's clearly some sort of self-help or self-discovery read. It's not too heavy, but surely a detailed read. I can only wonder if it's a book meant to make me tougher. I can't help but be skeptical at that thought. My new tutor taps her foot, and my attention comes back into focus. While you're here, I think you should take the time to self-indulge sometime. The estate is made for comfort, and all that implies. I don't know what to respond to that. I'm not sure I should. Or don't. I'm sure the guys would like some help, so there will always be something to do around here. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of things. Oh. Madam Whimsy gives a hearty pat to the books I now hold. It startles me a little. Start studying those books, and I'll see you tomorrow. With that, Madam Whimsy ushers me out of her office, swiftly closing the door behind me. I exit the estate with my new study material in hand, shaking my head in disbelief. I've been lurking. Today was busy, lol. I had some neighbor drama earlier. Oh, no. I hate that. Hopefully it resolved itself okay. And again, nothing wrong with the lurk. Nobody ever has to chat. I completely understand. I love listening to streams in the background while I do other things, so, having to engage at all points can be tiring, so always do what feels right for you. I guess I expected to learn some manner of mysticism, so I head home a little bit bewildered. The next morning, I make the trek back to the estate in the massive tree, and this time with my best friend at my side. You didn't have to come with me. I know, but trust me when I say I wanted to. You're curious. It's in my nature. Hee hee hee. But of course, you can't blame me. You get yourself in the funniest brambles. I don't usually get myself into any trouble. Sigh. But maybe that's the problem. Trouble can be fun. Just think, if I hadn't have left the ball... Yeah, about that. Why exactly did you leave? I looked everywhere for you. I guess the quest to find Viv was pretty easy. I just had to wait. I wasn't gonna stay. Once I saw you made it in, I waved and made my exit. Damn, okay. What? Yep, you didn't think I was gonna stick around and take a chance at only getting someone's leftovers. Especially me being a starling. The pickings were slim, Kay. Sigh. That was Viv for you. She was always first and foremost her own fae. I had a feeling that matchmaking event wouldn't be her vibe. Unlike me, anxiety didn't plague her decisions, rather her own sureness in herself. Oh, love Viv already. Luckily, I wasn't involved too much, but I was in the beginning of it. Oof. Ew. Yeah, I don't miss that. I lived in an apartment, and we had neighbors at one point that, they would argue and yell and have, disputes and stuff constantly. I think it was around Christmas time, too, a couple years ago. And I was so happy when they left. It was just, draining. At first, it was kind of fun, listening to it, the drama, but eventually it just gets old. It very quickly got old. And also scary, because you never know how these things are going to escalate. So hopefully it wasn't scary, and hopefully it was okay. I admire that about her. Viv was vibrant and bold, and those traits made her all the more beautiful. We'd been best friends for longer than I could remember, since before our wings could carry us. Oh, we've gotten into all the mischief two wee fairies would get into that early on, and we'd done it together. We've always had each other's backs, and our friendship had never faltered. Viv was the best, and I couldn't ask for a better friend. Strangely, the attendants aren't at the doors today, so after knocking several times, we open the large doors to the estate and let ourselves in. Viv surveys her surroundings with a dubious expression, this only being her second time inside. All this inside a giant tree, huh? Yeah, it's wild. It's interesting. As we continue on, first past the grand ballroom and then into the second corridor, I slow down. After coming to a stop, I look down the corridor in both directions. What'd you stop for? Again, I look both ways. Wait, seriously? You really don't know your way around here? Well, I was escorted the first few times. This is so me. Oh my god, I'm so bad with directions, holy shit. The TLDR is that a neighbor down the street's dog was wandering about, fairly large dog, and I went out because my dog was in the backyard on a lead, and my next door neighbor was out because it had apparently gotten into their yard yesterday. Ooh. See, that shit... Anytime I see a TikTok or something about people leaving their dogs unleashed, that is so dangerous. I used to work at a dog sanctuary for 3 years. I know a lot about dogs, and if you have a dog, it doesn't even matter if it's a small dog, and especially if it's a large dog, do not walk out that house with them unleashed, and also be able to control that leash, because too many people are just getting dragged around and shit. That's so dangerous for so many people involved. And then my next door neighbor told the neighbor down the street to take care of their dog, and they started arguing. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. It's such an easy thing to avoid, too. It's why even have a fucking dog if you can't even, control it? Okay, whatever. That's a whole rant for another day, to be honest. Well, I was escorted the first few times. And didn't you pay attention to where they were taking you? I was mostly looking at their ankles. Kay, you're hopeless. No, I'm not. Then can you figure out where we're going? I should have just followed a crocodile. At least I know where I'll end up. Hey! Viv's teasing always makes me want to prove I've got chops. Tucking in my lip, apparently all the starlings, their number one talent is being able to just, tell people off, because she got her there. Tucking in my lip, I set my jaw and determined to find the path to Madame Whimsy's office. Oh, I love her little sparkly expression. Go left, go right. Guys, are we going left or are we going right? I'm gonna get a sip of water first. Ooh. Needed that. It's okay, I'll make a decision. After I save. Because I have no confidence in myself. I'm feeling a strong left. Right is not always right. I begin walking to the left and Viv follows after me. We come to a door that looks familiar. As we approach, I notice the door is slightly ajar. Peeping inside, I realize this is the lounge I remember waiting in during the matchmaking event. It's not the room we're looking for, so I turn back to resume my search. Looks like that wasn't it, huh? No, sorry. Hey, don't be. We just started. I head back to where I started in the corridor and try to regain my bearings. We head right, walking slowly down the hall. Okay, right isn't always right, but in this case it was. I can't give it any advice. No, that's fair. I'm not sure if I remember this route. The corridor looks familiar, but I'm not sure. As we make our way to the end of the hall, we see a corner, marked by an ornate window. Viv stops to take a look at the scene of lush flower beds beyond the glass. Wow, this place must be massive. I would totally have moved in if I was offered. I roll my eyes and pull Viv's arm alongside as I pass her. A giggle escapes my lips as she shakes her head at me. What, can you blame me for being impressed? Just look around us. But wait. Viv gives me a suspicious look and I instantly know something's up. I brace myself for whatever is coming next. So, why exactly aren't you staying here? Aren't both your suitors somewhere in this huge mansion? Well, it's a little complicated. Well, maybe not complicated. Discomfort bumbles up in my chest. I don't want to relive that eventful night in detail right now. Before Viv can protest, I pull her along with more gusto, and we round the corner leading left. We have to focus, Viv. As we make our way through the next hallway, it forks in 3 directions halfway through. We come to a stop as I try to recall my way again. Oh shit, I think it's continue forward, if I had to guess. It makes sense, or at least I think it does, to simply continue forward. As we come to the end of the hall, it opens right. At a short distance is the end of this new hall and an ornate silver door. I try the handle to the door and it's locked. I turn to Viv, who is smiling playfully. You know, maybe she's not home. A waste. I cable this way if that's the case. Oh, don't be like that. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm here because... But I wave off what Viv is saying, because I hear something on the other side of the door. Oh, maybe she didn't hear me. I heard sound on the other side. Okay, but didn't you forget that the other guys... Wait, Viv, give me a second. I hear something. Yeah, I'll just knock again. My confidence is renewed, and this is gonna go bad. I can feel it. Pride is on the hopeful upswing as I hear something like footsteps on the other side. But what if... Oh, come on. I'm the one who usually gets caught up in what ifs, Viv. If you could just let me finish. Don't worry, I feel safer with you here. Oh well. I frown at Viv for a moment as I knock at the door again, except... What's going on here? There's no door this time, and I find myself falling forward into a pair of arms. Nuri... Oh shit. Man, we just keep coming back to Nuri, huh? Catches me before I collide in the door with the floor, a bewildered look on his face. It all happened so fast. In an instant, our bodies are precariously pressed together. I hear Viv stifle a giggle, and I feel my face igniting. Nuri holds me up so I can balance, but he doesn't exactly let go. Our eyes meet, but he doesn't say anything either. He seems quietly lost in thought. Having reached my limit of embarrassment, I flail back, trying to right myself properly. Sorry, It's okay. I've been meaning to tell you something important. I love you. Suddenly, Nuri comes to notice the person behind me for the first time, and his expression changes completely. So it was you, huh? About damn time. I think these two are related. I do remember that from somewhere. I could be wrong though. Huh? I've completely confused, and even more so when Viv steps past me and punches Nuri in the chest, as she should. The hell? What'd you do that for? Huh? Because you well deserved it. The initial shock falls away to a new form of confusion. I look between the two, consider the worst. Wait, are you two... These two clearly know each other, and maybe not so much in a favorable way. Do you guys have a past? Ugh, I wish it was the past. You damn ingrate, don't think so highly of yourself. I got it back too. I have a flight in like 4 hours, but it was so lovely watching you, Jay. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Space, for a little bit of time. I hope your flight is very safe, okay? And you have a happy holidays if we don't speak before then. Before this dummy gives you the wrong idea, yeah, we have a past. We're not exactly enemies. This idiot is my cousin. See, I remember. Sigh. I blinked twice, but my eyes remain wide as saucers. Oh, I guess that's better than the past I thought you two had. Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. Now it's awkward. It takes less than a moment for the two of them to figure out what I mean. Their reactions are almost comical. No way in hell. No, for real. Like, I love this expression. Oh, ew, no. Way I'd like little Nunu. Don't call me that. I'm not little anymore and I'm taller than you. Barely. Barely. Oh, shut up and take your stuff. Viv waves her hand and a display of magic and a handsome decorative wooden box appears in the doorway. Oh, now I understand why you said you just had to come with me today. Yeah, I had to bring this Goofus thing since I know the way to his home. I'm one of the very few starlings that do, and that would willingly make the trek. The boy is just that, private. Ugh. But that means you knew Nuri was one of my suitors. Nuri rolls his eyes at Viv, but I pretend to miss the gesture. Well, yes, but it was so wild that an idea I had to see the real deal. You could say a fairy's curiosity got to me. Well, then I appreciate you bringing Nuri's things. Oh, look at him blush. At this, Nuri looks shocked. He blushes but composes himself and shuffles a bit as if uncomfortable. Thanks, Vivian. Not the full name. You're welcome. Wait, don't call me that. Viv rolls up imaginary sleeves and lunges on Nuri, but he's quick and dodges her attack. Not giving up, Viv chases him back and forth throughout the little hallway, the two running circles around me. Come here and stop running. So you can gut punch me again? You're nuts. This goes on for a few minutes. They finally come to a reluctant halt when the two of them run out of breath. Sheesh, if I'd known they were sending you, I'd have said never mind. You're always like this. Righting herself up, Viv looks almost done with her cousin in earnest. About as done as... Let me reread that again. Looks about done with her cousin in earnest. Little Nunu here has always acted like he's in his own world, even more than usual for a starling. I'm surprised that he's the one who said he's willing to go this far to match up with you. You can go home now, cousin. There you are. The three of us whip around to see Madam Whimsy and Knight rounding the corner. There sure was a lot of commotion coming from this way. I alerted Madam Whimsy and came with her to check it out. I love this expression. This is a good one. And now you both can go back. Take Vivian with you. Oh. Yes. His starling relative. Thank you for assisting with such an inconvenient request. I'll be sure to pay you handsomely. Oh, I didn't do it for payment. It was enough to see little Don't you dare. Little Nuri. Here, blush. Oh, but I insist. I wouldn't dream of accepting a favor from a fairy without paying. Got a point. Okay, I guess we'll work something out later. Of course. After our initial meeting, everyone gathered in the kitchen for drinks, and Madam Whimsy explained her situation to Viv. Viv would be the only person aside from the house servants that knew about this snafu. Because of that, she was free to come and go as she pleased, under the condition that she would help out during her visits, but Viv didn't seem to mind. She grabbed me into a hug, and then clapped her hands on my shoulder. We got an ad break in like a minute, okay? Promising to help me toughen up. Then Madam Whimsy gave us a full tour of the estate so everyone would know our way around. I even ended up staying late after Viv left to go over magic divination cards with the matchmaker, Madam herself. I smiled to myself as I prepared to head out for the evening. I feel a little better about all of this, with Viv around. A familiar voice calls out to me, and I turn around to see Nuri running my way. Hey, I wanted to catch up with you before you left. Oh, sure. I was glad to see you. I didn't think you'd want to see me. Huh? Wait, why? Oh, never mind. I'll see you tomorrow then. Don't run away! Nuri's face is unreadable as he turns to leave. Without thinking, I reach for his jacket sleeve. Nuri, didn't you say you wanted to tell me something earlier? Well, you said it was important. Nuri turns to face me, his hand slinking over my own so smoothly I almost don't notice. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for upsetting you the other day. I'd hope to make you smile. I feel my face burning. Neri's words and tones are so intense, it's hard to look away. The thing is, I really like you. And I'm not going to give up so quickly, even if you already chose that guy. I'm realizing a little late just how close Neri is. I'm so caught in his aura that it takes a second to register what he just said. Wait. I stagger back, the spell broken. I didn't choose anyone. I just didn't want you to choose for me. I rarely speak out, let alone speak up about these things, so I'm surprised at myself for the outburst. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so passionate about it. I'm not even more surprised at Neri when he bursts into laughter. Be passionate, your passionate face is cute. It's not funny. Neri's tone turns instantly, but his intensity remains. No, it's not. I'm just really happy. Because this means that I'm free to be passionate too. About you. Okay, yeah, but your passion and my passion are two different things, okay? Yours is a little bit more turned up than mine, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll win your heart, Kylyra. See you around. Neri smiles at me and then heads back into the other direction, waving. I love the little glowing heart on the cheek. We're in, y'all. Something fluttery is moving about in my chest and I can't shake it for the rest of the night. Not even when I get home. Chapter 2, y'all. The company you keep. Viv places a perfectly folded sheet in the pile. Just face the facts. You suck. Thanks. I slump over my basket of clothes. I should tell my mom so I can just die a quick and merciful death. I don't know about all that. About it being quick and merciful. I hold out on that plan if I were you. What am I supposed to do? It's almost been a month. I know the Arcana back to front, and I can tell you every constellation in the sky, but I'm no closer to reading fates than I was before. Fluffy clouds softly drift by as Viv and I fold Madame Whimsy's clean laundry under the early afternoon sun. A month has passed with me visiting the estate almost every day, at least half the time Viv is with me. All I've done is study mystical fortune and magical intuition, but I don't feel any different than my first night here. Hold that thought. I think it's time to take this load in. Come on. I grab a basket and follow her towards the house. We make our way through the corridors leading to Madame Whimsy's room. But hey, you've gotten better at folding sheets. Oh! Thank you for the hydrate, you know. And Jaya Bean, thank you for the 5% to my Ko-fi goal. I really appreciate it. Yeah, those emotes turned out to be a little pricey, but hey, it's all good. It's all fine. I figured, you know, if anybody was willing to reimburse me a little bit for it, that'd be nice, but it was not a requirement by any means. I really do appreciate it. Now water. Madame Whimsy sure does wash a lot of sheets. I wonder how many dirty sheets she must have had. You mean how often she dirties them? I don't get it. It's okay, you sweet summer child, don't worry. Viv shakes her head at me while adjusting her basket. Or should it be sweet spring child? I don't have to help with the house chores, but it gives me an excuse to take breaks from studying mystical divination all day. Plus, I get to hang out with my best friend, and that's pretty neat. Hey, Cal, I have a question. Sure. How are things going with your suitors? Oh, you heard me. Busted. The truth is, ever since her first meeting to the estate, I've been avoiding the guys. The fluttery feeling I felt that night after that encounter felt weird, and I'm not sure I want it happening again. Well, we've all just been so busy. Viv places her basket in the hallway in front of Madame Whimsy's bedroom door. I follow suit. We don't bother to knock, and we won't. Beyond the door is something our eyes will forever regret witnessing. Oh my god. I'm scared. Whoa, what is this? What's going on? We brought the laundry to her room before, but learned quickly the succubus is definitely the real deal. She'd opened that door without a thought to the unprepared soul and what they might see. Never again. I shudder to think of that day, forever etched into my mind. Viv must be thinking the same thing. She gulps and shakes her head as if shaking away the memory. Viv continues her conversation, hissing her words as to keep her voice low. My cousin and Mr. Pretty Pants have clear schedules from now till the winter moon, so I call bull. What exactly do you plan on not avoiding them? I shouldn't be surprised. Nothing can stop Viv when she starts digging into a topic. I hear Pardon? I hear precarious sounds coming from the other side of the door and think better of answering. Instead, I make my exit to the top of the stairs. The last thing I want is Madame Whimsy to overhear this conversation. Viv is hot on my heels and grabs me at the top of the stairs. You know it won't matter what magic you learn, if you're not even going to speak to the guys who are here to court you. But it makes me kind of nervous. You still have to try to get to know them, otherwise this could have been an orb reading telecourse. I pace back and forth for a moment. Viv is right, but I have a hesitation. I am also not keen on the aspect of being social on purpose, so Viv's request is a tall order. What if I end up making a fool of myself and then I run everyone off? Viv, I couldn't face that kind of humiliation. That is not going to happen. Can you be so sure it won't? It won't. Hey, these guys want to get to know you. You have to at least try. I mean, I'm already coming to this estate every single day. Yeah, so? So? Ugh. So, I'm going home. Wait, what's wrong? Viv storms down the corridor with me swiftly following after her. I try not to lose sight of her because I know if she's upset, there's a good chance she ditched me. I'm almost at the ballroom, but Viv has disappeared. I'm certain she's gone home. It's clear she's upset, but wasn't that too brash? She can be way too hot-headed sometimes. On my way back, I notice voices coming from the lounge. It's because of you that this happened. Aren't you going to say anything? It's a waste to say anything to you. You're infuriating. I hope you know that. How about to stop blaming me for your infinite incompetence? There, said something. Why, you little cretin. I should, by all means, give me a reason to eliminate the competition. That's crazy. He said, give me a reason to kill you. I stood eavesdropping too long and am discovered without a useful excuse ready. Knight speaks out first, sounding suspicious of me as ever. Hey there, we're just chatting a little. What brings you here? I thought you were helping my cousin. I try to think fast. I can't go looking for Madame Whimsy right now, and if I use the wrong excuse, it could pop up later, bite me in the butt. Without deliberation, I settle on the first convincing excuse I can think of for being here. Madame Whimsy wanted me to help out with what you're doing, so... Both guys in front of me look up at me suspiciously. Knight speaks up first. She sent you to help with us? With this? Yeah, normally I'd never turn you down. But Madame Whimsy must have been temporarily confused. Are you sure she didn't make a mistake? We could verify first. Oh, I'm sure she doesn't want to be bothered right now. Good grief. If she's in her room, we'll have to just accept it. I'm not going in that room. Don't blame you. They get along for 2 seconds. The guys still look apprehensive about accepting my help. It's making me apprehensive too. Finally, Knight speaks up. I don't like it, but it has to be dealt with. Kalira, Madame Whimsy's implings are loose. A certain Crichton didn't take the trash out properly and the scent attracted them. Nuri pointedly rolls his eyes. They broke out from her study and were tasked with capturing them back. Don't make stupid assumptions. I never left the trash sitting out. Whatever. Implings are nasty creatures and immune to stardust. I have no idea how we're supposed to catch them. My eyes go wide at this moment. Suddenly I realize I might have bit off more than I can chew. Implings? I don't think it's fair to send you to help on this task, but fine. We'll just have to be extra careful with you around. Hold your horses, we still need a plan to catch them. Nuri was right. Catching an impling was a formidable task, a dangerous one even. The little, restless, unclaimed demon familiars have no loyalties and the energy of an amped-up feral cat. They're very cute, though. With various demon skills and magic at their disposal and immunity to fairy magic, they were downright dangerous. I thought for a second that it would be great if we could catch them like fireflies. Huh? Oh, sorry. Never mind. Wait, what were you saying? Everyone's eyes are on me now, and my throat tightens. Yeah, just put them in a jar, shake them around a little. Hey, if you have an idea, I'd like to hear it. Nuri also smiles encouragingly. I try to hold back my nervousness and focus on repeating my thoughts. I was thinking it would be nice if we could catch them like fireflies. Nuri and Knight both share a serious glance. It could work. I'd have to imbue a couple of glass jars with binding magic, and a nullifying agent, something that will negate human energy. If the item is small enough, it'll be easy. Nuri smiles my way. Knight is already beaming. My cheeks blush, but this feeling is rather nice. Well, we need to do this before sunset, so let's get some jars. Oh god, I'm getting my mouse. I'm getting it ready. After grabbing 10 jars and helping Nuri imbue them with pixie magic, we head out to the source of the problem. Right outside the pantry storehouse, there's 3 bags of garbage. They're completely out of place. Nuri waves his hand and the 3 disappear. Where'd you put them? In the trash cans out front where they belong. If that was easy, why didn't you do it right in the first time? Because I didn't leave those bags here. Right. Guys. Oh, right. So here's the deal. 10 implings escaped, and we have just enough jars. Might want to say first. Trust me, I'm way ahead of you. I was already planning to do that. I'll just do it now. Move quick to catch them. But be careful not to grab other small animals, because we'll waste the jars. Okay. I am ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. Just one question. Is there any way out of this task? Sure, call Madam Whimsy instead. Calling Madam Whimsy might be a way to skip dealing with this annoying task. No, we're gonna catch them. At least we're gonna try. I catch you? Not you. Not you. Not you. I got you. Don't worry. Get you. Got you. Get fucked! Not the bird. At least they're colorful, so it's a little bit easier to distinguish. Alright, wait, hold up. I'm a gamer? Alright, that's enough. I got it. Guys. Call me MLG. Major League Gaming. You just saw that. Clip that. Clip that. Put that on Twitch right now. Never has there been better imp catching in all my life. I'm so bad at games that even something like that it makes me feel good. Catching implings turns out to be a daunting task. Even with our plan in place, Knight gets zapped with an electric shock and Neri gets a nasty slime slug bite. I attempt to doctor them both while they bicker, blaming each other for their injuries. You said the Stardust would work on the jars. I never said you wouldn't be useless. Why, you little sparkly son of a... Last I checked, we aren't siblings. You better be glad Kylara didn't go so much as get a scratch, or I'd never have lived long enough to screw up again. I'm compelled to interrupt, but then again, that would mean speaking up. Interrupt this unnecessary chit-chat. Don't get involved with the bickering. No, let's speak up, girl. Not you actually clipping it. Okay, well, hey, I feel good about it, guys. Against my better judgment, or rather my own nervousness, I speak out. Guys, the two of them are glaring at one another and don't hear me. I can tell it's only a matter of moments before the thin restraint crumbles between them. My next move shocks us all as I move to stand between them. Oh, now this is getting good. I'm just joking. I'm prepared to reprimand them. I hope my disappointment show enough for them to take notice. I'm both shocked and relieved when my present company begins to relax their features. The tension between them subsides, and I embrace a little bit more boldness. I take a deep breath. Thank you for being civil and for keeping me safe. Of course. Yeah, you're welcome. With the implings caught and the path to the pantry cleared, we all settle back into the lounge. We grab some honey biscuits while there, so the room is scented with fragrant tea and sweet biscuits. What a day. Yeah. You know, it's a shame I hadn't gotten to spend time with you until now. It's not a shame, for you. The two of them are shooting daggers at each other again, but I'd hope to see you two. You always seem so busy. Viv's words come back to me, and the cookie in my mouth is suddenly dry like sand. I've been so busy trying to learn how to read fates, I neglected even so much to speak to either of them. Also, I've been avoiding whatever those feelings were that cropped up so many nights ago. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make myself so busy and forget you both. I'll make an effort to visit you both more often from now on. I promise. And I ponder as I'm saying that if it was a dumb idea. After that, Madam Whimsy was pleased to see me take breaks during our day-long lessons. When I did, I'd usually have lunch with one of the guys or relax and take in the scenery on the extravagant estate grounds. Good work clipping, JMV. No, for real. I do this when Viv wasn't there to help out, or when I noticed there was extra work to do. Neri and Knight were a lot easier to work alongside than I thought they would be. They were both working diligently and very grateful for reprieve and assistance. Though they would always tell me they liked my company, Madam Whimsy was also piling on new tasks to their chores sporadically, so there was that. I don't know why my voice is clamming up so bad. Gonna need more water, guys. Quite honestly, I felt guilty for the entire situation, but neither Knight nor Nuri would hear of it. Could they really be this interested in someone like me? I try not to think on it too deeply as I find myself settling into routines and patterns over the next few weeks. On Mondays, before divinity practice, I spend my time meditating. In the lounge, in the garden, by the clotheslines, on the veranda. Ooh, let's go to the veranda. Depending on the weather, I will usually enjoy company. I'm discovering that being around others could be nice. On Wednesday afternoons, I take a midday break and relax or study. Study in the lounge. Why not? Seems comfy in here. It feels good to learn new things, and sometimes I get help with understanding things I don't know. Thursdays and Fridays have been the busiest, and I don't get as much free time. Since the guys don't either, I end up helping out with chores. Both of my suitors are normally swamped with work by the end of the week. Viv helps too, but extra hands are always welcome. On those days, I usually help out with the inside chores at the outside. No, we're inside girlies. Fuck the outside. I know we're fairies, so we should like the outside, but me and bugs are not friends. I like them from afar. Although if Viv is helping as well, I actually have a preference for helping with the outside chores. When Viv is here, it's usually just the two of us anyway. On weekends, the guys would have their own free time, but since we were adults, that means that time was spent dealing with obligations. Knight would normally have to report to the High Guard and whatever duties awaited him there. Nuri was usually a ghost. So yeah, that's his job, is being a ghost, unemployed ass. I assume he spent his times wherever starlings go when they perform their duties of collecting fairy stardust. Since on these days the estate was mostly empty, I would head home early or spend quiet time. In the garden. In a short 3 weeks, I'd settle into a schedule, even if I hadn't originally intended to. Viv started coming around again. She can't stay mad at me for long, never could. She seemed to be pleased that I would take breaks and check on the guys every now and then, even if it was just for a few minutes. I sit with my book in hand, trying to focus on Madame Whimsy's study materials. Maybe being hyper-focused is why I don't notice Nuri, or how long he's been standing there. Yeep! Sorry. I like his little ear tattoo, by the way. I noticed it a while ago, I just hadn't said anything. I'll go. I like that when you stare at the sprite art long enough, you notice like a bunch of little details. Nuri prepares to leave. I stop him before he can slink away. Hey, no, wait. I just didn't notice you. I was just focused on the book. I know, you've been rereading that same chapter for a while now. Oh, well. It doesn't look interesting. Yeah, it's not. Nuri lets a chuckle escape him. No one ever brings that up. What do you mean? Huh? Sorry, it's just rereading it. Won't make it more palatable. I closed the book, he's right. Okay, so maybe it's time to take a break. Exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. Oh? I was wondering if you had some time on our days away from the estate. Or, well, my days away. Hesitation is threaded in his tone, but slowly Nuri continues. I'd like to show you something. I realize I'm intrigued by the concept. Nuri is usually so private, no one knows his whereabouts when he's away. I'm curious of what mysterious thing Nuri could show me. I thought it could be a change of pace. Well, sure, I could use a change of pace. Besides, you wanted to show me something, so then it's a date. Yeah. That's how dates work. Nuri makes his way to the door, his smile having warmed the entire room. A date? Or maybe I'm just hot from my cheeks burning. The week surely comes to an end, and I found myself waiting, near the front doors for Nuri. We didn't agree upon a meeting place, but I hoped I would be easy to spot in such a conspicuous location. Sure enough, Nuri casually approaches. Have you been waiting long? Not at all. Did you have any trouble finding me? Instead of answering, Nuri chuckles. So are you ready? He never has trouble finding us. He's got a radar. He's got like a little tracker on our back that we don't know about. I nod cautiously since I still don't quite know what to be ready for. One last question. How high can your wings carry you? Huh? Asking a pixie about her wings is not dirty, but everyone knows it's taboo. Oh, everybody's always looking at her wings. I still assert Nuri makes for an excellent couch guy. Couch guy? Like somebody to hang out on the couch with? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that term. I am initially too shocked to answer. Nuri sees this and backtracks. This will be easier if you can clear the treetops. I try to pull myself away from the awkwardness and respond. Well, I can clear an evergreen if that helps. Nuri smiles approvingly, which only starts to pique my curiosity more. A little while later finds us walking through the forest. We've made our way to the thickest of the wood. As we trail in silence, I can't help but feel we've walked in circles. As a matter of fact, I know we have. Each time we clear the same path, Nuri has been casting magic, unveiling something. Guy that's always on the couch. Oh, okay. He's just a couch potato. Gotcha. My bad. Something that is hidden under the layers of enchantment. Finally, the starling leading this expedition comes to a halt at his friend's house. Oh, yeah. He's like the guy that hangs in the back, like on his Switch or something on his phone. That ought to do it, and then all we need is to go up. Turning to me, Nuri lets out a sigh. Hold my hand and don't let go. Done. I do as I'm requested, nearly in awe at this mysterious journey. As soon as I place my hand in his, Nuri burst upwards. He's flying at breakneck speed, and it's taking everything in my power for my wings to keep up. Sorry, my nose. Starlings are known for being fast flyers. I've never been able to beat Viv in a winged race. But right now, Nuri's insane speed seems like it has a purpose, like he intends to break through the sound barrier. Suddenly, we pass through a heavy wall of magic. It feels like forcing one way through sap. It feels like Nuri could have easily passed this barrier alone, and I was probably not meant to. My eyes remain closed for a moment as I let the barrier residue fall off my aura. Are you okay? Yes, I just don't understand any of this. Napping, that's me these days. Me every day. I fall asleep on my couch constantly because it has one of those beds built into it. Napping on friends' couches. I'm also like, my aunt and uncle had a couch, and they used to live next door to us for a time, and every time I would go over to their house without like even trying, I would constantly fall asleep on their couch, and it became like a joke. But like their house was just so comforting. I don't know. They had some magic built in those walls. This is where I work. Whoa, what the, huh? Huh? See, this is why I like going in blind, because I didn't know this was coming. I open my eyes. The treetops make way for an odd and ornate staircase that leads into the clouds. Okay, Elsa. The clouds look like marshes, pathways one would walk through. The entire scene is amazing. He does have a braid like Elsa. I'm just saying. White hair, blue, huh? You Elsa? You say that so easy to look. As I point in every direction, calling out every sight, Nuri wordlessly leads me up to the staircase. We arrive above the clouds, which are surprisingly dry and solid. The magic here is very dense. We are in between realms. I actually think, I could be wrong, but I feel like the name Nuri, like, what am I trying to say? It like, places the word clouds in my head. Isn't there like a type of cloud that's connected to that name or something? Am I not thinking about this correctly? But for whatever reason, his name reminds me of clouds. The magic here is very dense. We are in between realms, like the realm of mist. Everyone who is anyone knows that the point of all magic realms is mist, though Fae types aren't necessarily fond of it. Somewhat, mist isn't the only space between realms. Magic isn't so easily contained. I've always wondered. I can see many realms from here. Is this where Stardust is collected? Yes. I look around in every direction, but Stardust is nowhere to be seen. You are thinking of Nimbus. I think so too, yeah. It's something only starlings would notice. Most times it's so faint it takes days to spot, even for me. In his hand, Nuri produces a small glowing grain, something smaller than a pebble. Oh, we're gonna be collecting rocks! How cute! This produces enough Stardust to keep a castle afloat for a day. Whoa. When refined, of course. That's wild! It takes much more to keep some kingdoms afloat. This is boring, isn't it? No, it's cute, I like it. Embarrassment washes over Nuri's face. He goes silent for a moment. Anyway, I thought I'd show you where I go. I squeeze Nuri's arm, offering him a reassuring smile. I think your work is fascinating. I mean those words genuinely. Starlings are known to be private, but the reality is their work is often secretive and highly important. Oh, first CG, look at me! We're in the clouds, y'all. I'm an angel in the clouds, where I'm supposed to be, okay? Nuri pulls me to an— oh wait, let me hide it real fast. Look! Oh, it's so soft. I'm gonna die. It's so cute. Nuri pulls me to an open area, sitting down on the cloud floor and offering a seat beside him. Immediately, I begin pointing out the amazing sights I can see from up here, realms upon realms. Occasionally, Nuri chuckles at my observations, but a question comes to my lips before I can stop myself from blurting it out. Why me? Why not? You seem so sure about us. Don't you find that strange? For a long time, Nuri says nothing. When he finally speaks, his voice is more quiet than usual. My parents found each other at first sight and never parted. They're still happily together. I never considered that for myself. But from the moment I saw you, I felt differently. I keep feeling new feelings with you. And the more I know you, the stronger I feel. And what if those feelings fade? Me? Are you me? Are you me, Kalira? Because I say this shit all the time. I'm like, what if you hate me? Have you ever thought about that? What if you get to know me and you realize I'm actually obnoxious and that you are only charmed by my cuteness and then the cuteness fades out? Like, what then? What if I turn into a worm, y'all? Do they think about that? Guys, will you still love me if I turn into a worm? A little fairy worm? It's kind of cute, actually. I should draw that. If feelings are that fragile, then they can simply fade away. They deserve to die. Damn, okay. He shut me the fuck up. My feelings are not so weak. Okay. Lovingly worm era. I love that. The evening continues on with us enjoying the atmosphere around us in the evening sky. Oh, how lovely. It is a relaxing night, a welcome change of pace. So are the emotions taking root within me. We've got an ad break coming up in 5. By the way, when the ad break comes, I'm going to take a little pee break, okay? And I think that'll be a good time to, like, just take a pee break. We all need it. Oh my gosh, little Viv, she's so cute. Let me have her. Look. I just want to, like, squeeze her. I just put, like, my thumbs and just, like, ding. Also, it turned out Viv was the misplaced garbage culprit. Oh, this... She didn't know where the bags went, so she put them here where she thought the tool shed out near where she thought was a tool shed out back. Nuri was livid. He turned Viv's hair blue as payback. No! Censored due to the violent content. Viv, let's just say after she got hold to Nuri, he won't turn her hair blue anymore. How cute. The two of them are cousins, but they get along like cats and dogs sometimes. Now that's most cousins, to be real. Chapter 3, Unavoidable Encounters. Ooh, this sounds scary. What's gonna happen? You know, you've been concentrating less lately. Autumn is near. That'll make full 2 moons. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I didn't ask a question. Oh. You know, I've got a new test for you. Take one of the boys and see if you can find my other orb. It should be in the library somewhere. When you find the time, of course. Wait, you have another orb? The next few days are spent with me pacing in my spare time, pondering a way to approach my predicament. It's surprising there isn't a groove in the floor. I've been pacing back and forth just that much. I don't like dark, scary places. There's almost no light leading to her library, which is in the basement. But more importantly, I can't believe she has another magic orb. Why wait until now to use it? I haven't told Viv, and I'm not sure which of my suitors I should tell about this, but I have to tell someone because someone has to go with me. I swallowed down my heart from being lodged in my throat. I found myself quiet for a few days. Well, more than a few. With a full week having passed since Madame Whimsy's request, I've been getting anxious again. I know I can't keep avoiding the subject. Girl, just call the doctor's office. They won't be mean, I promise. We're 2.5 months into this situation. Hesitation could be detrimental, but my instinct is to hesitate. Even if the succubus hadn't requested I take along a partner, I wouldn't want to go in that basement alone. Hey, Cal. Chill out, I'm not a Spriggan. What's got you so jumpy? Oh, I was just in my thoughts. I see. You know, I've been meaning to ask you something. Remember you told me way back that this place was like an ice cavern? Yeah? I've been popping in for visits for almost 2 months now. I have to say, it has been kind of warm in here. You're right, Viv. How hadn't I noticed all this time? I also realized it hasn't been cold since my first night here. I wonder for a moment why the temperature is so very different than it was then. The sound of Viv clicking her tongues pulls my attention to the present. I'm sure your resident succubus has something to do with this. And probably something up her sleeves as well. It worries me that you might be right. Which also reminds me, which suitor? Huh? Why are you so jumpy, girl? I'm just asking you which suitor you've been spending more time with. Oh, don't tell me you're still avoiding them. Shaking my head wildly, I reassure her, my friend, I am not avoiding the guys anymore. But it's not like I had the option to do so. The mansion may appear large, but it seems like the three of us bump into each other at the drop of a feather. The more it's been happening, the more bizarre the encounters have become. Viv looks skeptical at best, prompting me to give a less vague explanation of my daily encounters at Madame Whimsy's. Quickly mulling over what experience to tell her about, I remember an instance that stands out. While gathering Madame Whimsy's laundry, when grabbing a glass of nectar from the kitchen. Once when I was in the ballroom. Ooh. I don't know why, but I'm gonna save. Let me do that first. Before I make a decision. I'm drawn to doing the glass of nectar from the kitchen. I love a kitchen, okay? I love to cook. I spend a lot of time learning chants and other affirmations for magicka that is foreign to the Fae with Madame Whimsy. After one day of practicing meditation, I head to the kitchen to grab some nectar from the odd ice box. The aroma from the kitchen is enticing, but I'm still shocked to find Knight baking when I round the corner. Yay! As soon as I see him, he smiles and waves my way. I return the gesture as I make my way to the icebox. Unfortunately, the icebox doesn't have any drinks I'm interested in. Knight sees my disappointment and calls out, "Anything I can help you with?" "Oh, it's nothing." Awfully down expression for nothing. Well, I was interested in grabbing a glass of apricot nectar. Amazing choice, but I guess they are out of season. Seems Madame Whimsy has run out. Oh, well, wait a second. He disappears from the kitchen for a moment, returning with 3 fragrant peaches in hand. It's not apricot, but how's peach nectar sound? Just as good, to be honest. I giggle at his eager grin. I can work with that, thank you. Oh, I think we're in ad time, so I'm gonna take this time to take a little break, okay? Everybody just sit tight, I'll be right back. Go pee, go brush your teeth, go do whatever you gotta do, but I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes, give or take. Okay, we're back. I got me some peppermint bark. So good, by the way. Like, oh my gosh. It's like milk chocolate, white chocolate with just crushed peppermint on top. Delicious. Much needed. I can work with that, thank you. Oh, but it isn't juiced. I can show you how to use the juicer. It's a human contraption. Kind of takes some getting used to. Knight sets the contraption up and shows me the ins and outs of human-machine juice extraction. I'm fascinated by how humans find nifty little ways to live without basic magic. When we're done, I have a modest glass of peach nectar and I'm quite pleased with myself. All that's left is some ice to chill the taste. Knight checks on his pastry as I fumble for ice in the odd box, which also houses an ice chamber. Somehow I lose my footing and almost fall backward. Luckily I have my wings to keep me steady. Whoa. But things turned south in an instant. Unfortunately, Knight was a little too close by, so my left main wing flaps and my face disrupted both of our balance. Oh, cute! I fall against Knight, who falls flat on the floor. Though Knight breaks my fall, he cannot prevent me from death by embarrassment. I'm so sorry! I scramble to move away from Knight, but make more of a mess as I clamber over his body to regain my footing. No, it's okay, But Knight loses his voice before he can finish as my hand finds his groin instead of the ground in my attempt to hoist myself. That's crazy, girl. That's crazy. For a moment, we're both frozen in time. Y'all, I need a sip of water. That's crazy. Yeah, we're frozen in time for a second, because what? Next, I regain my strength tenfold in order to untangle from our distressful position. There you go. Nearly scuttling from the kitchen. The nectar was sacrificed for my escape, and I forced my mind to avoid thinking of what was in my hand instead. And the burning feeling in my chest when I think of the flushed expression on Knight's face as I awkwardly straddled him. And? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, I know there's more. Spill. I want all the deets. But spill? Despite my cheeks burning feverishly, I disclose another instance of close encounters of the Fae kind as my friend looks on eagerly. Once in the lounge, there was one time near the pantry. Madame Whimsy warned me not to. Once in the lounge is calling to me. I don't know why. I need to save beforehand, though. Once upon a time in the lounge. Well, there was this time in the lounge. If I'm honest, it wasn't a very exciting experience, but my friend's ardent stare urges me to disclose it. We all play a round of guessing for the turtle, and the turtle lands on my turn. I want to paint the turtle shell a rose pigment, but as we're out of fresh rose pixie paint, the game comes to an end. The silence night afterwards is awkward at best, but night breaks the ice. This was pleasant. I'm actually glad you were willing to play with us. Nuri doesn't say anything but smiles my way. I'm a little surprised I was able to sit here without getting nervous, but I'm glad you both invited me. Of course, I think this has been bearable with him here. Agreed. I almost forgot I want to bury him beneath 10 feet of dense soil. Or he's just over here casually like, I just want to murder you. Tee-hee. You always have such a positive effect on me. I love his little white eyelashes too. They're so frosty. Nuri blushes, but I stare with my eyes wide. Like, bury him alive? Yeah, excuse me? Who said alive? But if you're the adventurous type, that works too. So, okay, there's something wrong with me that I enjoy the psychopathic dialogue, but you know, it's fine. We don't need to go to therapy. This isn't therapy. I was thinking it would be nice to learn about your homelands. I hope my change of topic will keep the room from becoming a war zone. The room quiets again, but eventually Nuri's soft voice speaks up first. Nuri describes his home as the treetop village in the hidden forest of Violet Birch. I know of the location because it's known for poinsettias, or of amazing color variation. I've always wanted to visit one day. Also seasonally appropriate, Night is true to his name, hailing from the autumn city of Amber. The beautiful colors of autumn make the city a spectacular display of warm hues overlooking a vast lake. I sigh sweetly, envisioning both locations. The guys look curiously my way, and it dawns on me that they want me to also share a little bit about myself and my homeland. I just realized something, and I could be wrong. Okay, so if Kalira, she's spring, right? Nuri's obviously winter, and obviously Night is autumn. Does that make Viv the summer one to like round out the cast? Because that's really cute. The guys look curiously my way, and it dawns on me that they want me to also share a little bit about myself and my homeland. The expectation spurs on a sudden wave of panic. I feel put on the spot. Yay, I guessed it! So, I feel like it's getting late and we should clean up. I'll tidy the lounge if you guys handle the rest. Kalira, I'll put away the pigments. Would you mind cleaning the turtle shell? Both of my suitors smile at me warmly, and I feel welcome in their gaze. My heart rate returns to normal, but the warmth in my chest feels me from the inside. I'm well aware that both of them are redirecting the topic to make me comfortable. Still, the effort reaches my heart. I help clean up and feel much lighter than I have since my arrival to the estate. Before the night ends, I describe the mossy forest of everlasting spring and the flowers and creatures that live there. The guys make me feel right at home, discussing our homes and the seasons joyfully. Hey. As we say our farewells for the evening, I found myself wanting to linger at the estate and eager to return. Now, having shared not one, but 2 embarrassing stories, I'm ready to melt into the nothingness of oblivion, but Viv is mischievously giddy. That's not a lot, but it's something. Viv, you're something. No, seriously, you only had a few wild experiences. Well, there was this time I walked in on Nuri in the shower. Oh my god, what? You didn't start with that? At night when he was in the shower to both of them? At the same time? No, I was joking. It's separately. Both guys. And that time Madame Whimsy's magic rope went haywire, Nuri had to untie me. Good grief. And that time Night couldn't find his shirt and used the kitchen apron. Why are we not seeing this? What the? Huh? I don't get to see any of this? Wow. Okay, DLC now. I'm tapping. I'm demanding, actually. I'll pay good money. Oh, and that time, I get it. Viv. I think I may have more experiences, but luckily Viv is done hearing them. Well, something good has come of it. You think so? You dodged the freaky scene somehow. I did? What? Should we rewind, guys? Should we rewind? No. Well, I'll be a completionist later. Gotta live with the choices you make initially, but that's crazy. I dodged them? Oh no, this is not looking good for my reputation. You think so? It sounds like your anxiety isn't as much of a factor. I mean, we did grab Knight's crotch. That's gotta count for something, right? What do you mean, freaky scenes? I think like ones that are a little bit more like risque, not necessarily like smut. My mind plays with the idea, and I have to admit, Viv is correct. I feel less nervous. It's only been midway past 2 moons, so this is good news, but I'm still worried. Almost 4 moons remain, and I haven't come close to understanding fates or reading. Oh, that reminds me. I need to talk to one of the guys. Madame Whimsy has a task for me. Oh ho ho, and it involves one of the guys? I nod. The best idea has come to mind. I decide to simply wait until I see one of the guys and ask them. It's not like I'm choosing a suitor, so whoever I see first, I'll just have to ask them to go with me. Also, when Neri changed Viv's hair to blue, it reminds me of that Sleeping Beauty scene where they keep changing Aurora's dress to pink and blue back and forth. Team pink all the way, by the way. I need to finish this game like soon. No, for real. Get the freaky scenes, Rue. You gotta do it for me. It's okay. If you don't do it, I will. Also, Viv's body is so tea, and her outfit is so gorgeous. Like, look at the color effect right here. Like, get out of here. It's so good. Oh, that was cute and Sleeping Beauty. I know. I love it. Wait, we need to admire the outfits real fast. Also, I might have looked at Kalira's, like, thighs a little too often. Hey, I'm a simple person. Okay, they're right there. It's a little sneak peek. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Dude, when I draw, which I draw women primarily, I try to draw more men, but like I tend to draw women a lot, and I feel like such a fucking gooner when I draw them. Like I don't even mean to, but it's like she's gotta have curves, she's gotta have something going on, man. I'm a simple person. Viv is a total stunner. Yeah, absolutely. Like, please. Everybody's too fine to be alive. I love a hot cast through and through. Gal has big thighs. Yes! Yes! They do. I love them. No sooner I open my mouth to answer them than both guys walk into the room. My brilliant plan, or not, is foiled. Ooh, new expression. Now I'm not sure what to do. Ladies. Ladies. Knight greets us and Neri simply nods. I don't know why I found that so funny. As they make themselves comfortable on the couch and chair. What are you bothering Kalira about, Vivian? I'm not bothering anyone, unlike you. Oh, and that makes sense why they don't get along, because she's summer and he's winter. I'm learning. I'm sorry. Anyway, why'd you decide on Kay? I planned on inching to the doorway, but Viv calling me as everyone's eyes locking me in place. We love a thick hottie, absolutely. If you ever get a chance, read or watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Love it. 10 out of 10 recommendation. A little random, but you know, it's so based still. Absolutely. Decide. Wait, like the decision? I choke on thin air. So her little extension. I like. No, not that decision. My nerves are shot, but I force a deep breath. The room is full of a pleasant, patient faces, and this helps ease my panic. Oh, I am supposed to retrieve something from the library, and I need to take someone with me. Neri stands up. Let's go. I love him, man. I love how I love a straightforward character. I write them a lot of just no brain, they're so like single focus on the person that they like, because that's so me. I relate to that a lot, and I really find that attractive as well. Just like no indecision, just I know what I want and I'm going for it. What? You can't do that. Cal has to choose. True. Of course we both want to go, but manners, everyone. This is a great expression. I sigh. My nerves may have calmed, but the situation has become more stressful than I anticipated. Viv clears her throat and I feel relief wash over me. She'll likely clear things up. I mean, if you have them both by the collar, I'd say propose a compensational arrangement. She's so me. Okay, out of this group, I'm Viv. Through and through. Like, are you joking? Like, I'm a summer fairy. Where's Viv's game? Chop chop of joking. just demanding DLC and sequels over and over again. Maybe three's company after all. Viv smiles at at her nails like a cat licking its paw after a kill. I blink several times and it dawns on me what she means. I can't believe Viv would put me on the spot like this. Some friend. However, before I can react, the insult of my life, I'd rather kill myself. Same. Agreed. And I'd rather he kill himself than have to get involved. Viv over here speaking joy's truth real. She's just saying what we're all thinking, okay? Everyone is quiet after Nuri's soft-spoken declaration having overshadowed Knight's rebuttal of indignance. Don't be so surprised. We'd finally be on the same page. I'm sure it's a simple task, so let me see. Since I couldn't just pick the first guy I'd seen, I have to be more creative and thoughtful. Viv and Madame Whimsy keep reminding me to spend time getting to know each guy, so I decided to go with the guy I spent the least time with, the most time with. Look, we're already on the Nuri path, I think. I feel like I want to go with what feels natural, and we've kind of fallen into him a little bit. And not that I'm not excited for Knight stuff or anything, but, like, I'm feeling Nuri a lot. I really like that he's really putting himself out there, and I'm sorry, Knight, you gotta push a little bit harder, my dude. Like, you're getting jumped. And I'm not helping, but hey, better luck next time, which will be soon. I pace back and forth for a moment before approaching Nuri. Nuri, would you mind going with me? It'll be a quick run, if you're okay with that. I just don't want to face that basement by myself. Nuri stands up wordlessly and moves towards the door. I note Knight's disappointment expression, so I offer a reassuring smile his way. Don't worry, I'll help you make macarons when we're done. Knight doesn't seem too convinced. Nuri's evil little fucking smile all the way out. I love a little evil little... Okay, Nuri reminds me of a couple of the characters I've written for, specifically one that's coming out next year. So again, fond of that type of character. Also has kind of a Nick energy, a little bit. And unfortunately Percy, but we're not going to talk about that, okay? Leave that last one out, okay? Nuri deserves better than that comparison, I'm sorry. I see Nuri smile in a less than savory way at my other suitor, but before I can respond, he clasps my hands and pulls me along. From there, we make our way to the hall leading to the basement quickly. I'm used to Nuri's quiet demeanor. He doesn't usually do much talking. I knew you'd see a little Nick in there. Definitely, definitely. I won't say which parts because I don't want to spoil, but you can catch the vibes. When I'm helping him with chores or spending time with him, there is usually a piece... Sorry, I'm eating chocolate. I think it's being disgusting in the mic. I'm so sorry. I just wanted the chocolate, guys. There's usually a peaceful silence between us. Today is no different, but right now I feel extra nervous for some reason. It doesn't feel like an extremely important choice, but somehow it feels that way. I wonder if Nuri feels this way too. You don't know? It's okay, honey. I don't mind an oblivious main character. I know some people just get really annoyed with them, but hey, in real life, you don't... The thing about obliviousness isn't that you're just, like, dumb. It's that you don't want to get your hopes up, okay? Like, you might catch the vibes, but, you know, people are so inconsistent and they kind of just do things and you don't want to misread anything. Like, I think that's just being cautious. And being cautious isn't wrong. If anything, it's human nature because it keeps you safe from getting eaten by a bear. So, if anything, Kalira is smarter than all of us and the oblivious MCs around the world are better than us. Also, not to go this far, but sometimes I do think this is a part of it, is that if people hate on oblivious MCs, I think they just hate women. Just gonna put that one out there and let that one sit. But, you know, are we surprised that some things are based on misogyny? I don't think so. We approach the bottom of the stairs and the absence of light makes me hesitant to continue. If you're afraid of the dark, come closer. Eh? Tentatively, I reach out in the darkness in Nuri's general direction. The little shuffling. He responds by pulling me close to him, looping his arm around my waist. Hand placement. My cheeks burn into the darkness, and I'm thankful he can't see me, though admittedly I do feel safer. Okay, are you alright? Mm-hmm. Nuri remains quiet and I like that he makes her feel, like, comforted and nice. Like, they both do that, which is really nice. I know I'm oblivious to romance IRL. Hey, look, it's hard. Some people have problems reading. You know what it is? It's not just misogyny. I think it also might be just, like, ableist, because people who are neurodivergent have a hard time reading social cues, especially romantic social cues. So, like, if you're, like, shaming somebody for just not understanding, like, the intricacies of human relationships, which, first and foremost, what is it called? Sociology is a whole science branch, okay, of trying to understand human behavior. It is not as simple as just being like, psychology is a whole field as well. So, like, trying to sit here and act like, oh, what, you didn't know? What, are you fucking dumb? It's just like, okay, it's not that easy, brother. There are a lot of different people in the world, and how they operate and how they flirt is different. So, get off their ass, is what I'm saying. Okay? And that was my joy rant of the day. Stay tuned for more. Nuri remains quiet as we reach the large metal doors we can barely make out at the bottom of the stairs. He opens the large thing with less effort than I assumed he could, given his frame. We brace ourselves for the creepy dungeon that lies ahead, only to be shocked at the sight that opens before us. Wow! Holy shit! Wow! The library looks like something perfectly balanced between the history of magic and the future of science. It is everything I would have expected of a magical scholar. I could only imagine something more amazing in the secret library of Mist. Considering the owner of the storeroom of knowledge, I'm just in awe. I look over to see, at least temporarily, Nuri is also sharing in my awe of our surroundings. It was so easy we'd all get 100 on every otome. No, for real! Like, some of these people are just complicated, okay? For a few moments we look around, shocked to see wonders of magic and magicka and tomes of this world and many others. Do you think Madame Whimsy travels the realms? I'm completely sure of it. Oh, how can you tell? Because I know a lot of these artifacts from my own travels. Wait, you've traveled the realms? It's not long before we find the orb. Madame Whimsy warned me to watch out for floor runes and glyphs I didn't recognize. While looking out for them, we come across the orb on a low shelf. Dude, we're gonna find a little vial that has a little llama on it, and we're gonna turn into Cusco. While looking out for them, we come across the orb on a low shelf. As I make my way to reach for it, Nuri clasps my hand, interrupting the motion. Nuri, what's wrong? Are you really in a hurry to rush back to the others? Ooh. I'm sorry, I don't follow. I want to stay like this as long as possible. Like this? In a library? Nuri chuckles and proceeds to close the distance between us. Alone, with you, without my cousin, that annoying oaf, or that demon lady's prying eyes. Alone? I love this, by the way. This is like, I'm eating this the fuck up. My heartbeat suddenly efforts itself to drown out my other senses. I feel the heat emanating off of Nuri's body as he now looms dangerously close to my own. I feel my most selfish when I'm with you. I hate to return you to them so soon. If my heart doesn't give out, my cheeks will burn me to a crisp. The same fluttery feelings that arose that night when Nuri told me he'd win my heart's surface again. I can't run from the feelings that are overwhelming right now, especially with him looking at me like this. But I'm still Faye, and we are always prone to playfulness and frivolity. Nuri, you're way too close. Do you not want me to be close to you, Kalira? I want to tickle you. She's a little freak. I knew. It's always these ones. It's always the oblivious, cutesy, quiet ones. They're the real freaks. And you can quote me on that. Meanwhile, obnoxious little bitches like me, we're pretty vanilla, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, hate to break the illusion. Huh? Before Nuri could back away fast enough, I reach right for his exposed collar and wiggle my fingers menacingly. He doubles back, trying his best to stifle a giggle and escape my surprise attack. You better be lucky you're cute, Kalira, because if somebody just started tickling me... Wait. I don't fuck with that. I don't. But you know what? If y'all are into it, I'm happy for you. To me, it's a underrated torture method. That's what I think. The sound of Nuri's unbridled giggle is a siren song to my fairy nature. The mischief in me awakens. I reach for his side with my other free hand as Nuri tries to move to shield his waist from my wiggly fingers. Hey, stop. Wait, not fair. I'm not being fair. We play for a few moments, Nuri attempting to dodge my ticklish threats and me giggling at the sound of his giggles. Can you imagine what them upstairs might be thinking's going on? I realize I've lost my anxiousness, and somewhere along the way I feel quite comfortable. Nuri and I smile at one another as we catch our breaths. I'm so glad I'm not ticklish. Dude, why you gotta brag? Some of us, like, you just even, like, graze my arm the wrong way and I'm a whole ass mess. It must be nice. But you know what? I'm proud of you. Proud of you? I'm happy for you is what I meant to say. I'm not proud of you. I'm not proud that you were born with this gift that I'm not. And see, this is why I want you all to myself. He's into that shit. Because I know you're ticklish? Because you never cease to make me smile. Oh. Nuri doesn't hold back his smile. I'm caught completely in his gaze. Oh my god. What if I die, huh? I love the hand placement. Too cute. She's always serving face, huh? I blush again, and in the moment I have my guard down, Nuri manages to land a soft kiss against my cheek. Shocked by the gesture, I turn to face him, but Nuri's expression is passionate enough to temper my own. This time, he slowly places his lips against mine, his breath hitched and lashes lowered. Whoa! If my heart is pounding, I don't hear it. My entire focus is on that moment. Too late, you said you're proud. Yeah, you just gotta hold on to that, I guess. You can clip it, it's fine. Nuri's lips are surprisingly soft, and my own lips match pleasantly against his. Whoa, this music. Hold up. Now what do they think's going down in the library? He smoothly rests a hand between my neck and jawline. His fingers spread under the flesh of my earlobes while his other hand snakes around my waist. Suddenly, he nips at my lower lip. Oh, lordy! Startling me enough for me to pull back and look up at him. His mischievous grin begs for a return favor, and I quickly reach to nip him back in return. It's a knee-jerk reaction, but my response unlocks something in Nuri. Wowee, guys. We're in it now. We are in it. He tightens his hold against me, and he crashes his lips into mine this time, prodding me with each kiss to match him in ferocity. See, this is the one thing that you get from having a set MC, is you get to see the kissies, okay? I do love me a kissy CG. I cannot get enough. Our kisses become more intense, our original task in the library a forgotten assignment. It dawns on me that my hands have found their way under Nuri's shirt. Whoa! And okay! He's unlocking something in her, and one in the locks near the nape of his neck. I feel like I shouldn't even be here. Guys, we're being little voyeurs right here. Eventually our tongues meet and my senses are full of the feelings and smell and taste of Nuri. What do you think he tastes like, y'all? I think snow cream. I tried that recently. I thought it was gonna taste kind of like vanilla ice cream. It doesn't. It's like, I don't know what it tastes like. It's like just sweet. It's kind of like the sugar cookie of ice cream. It's just kind of like a sweet thing. It's fine. Like, you know, I'm sure it tastes better on Nuri than it did just like as the ice cream or popsicle or whatever you call it. The sensation growing within me threatens to grow past the desire to kiss the Fae in front of me. Whoa, hold up. Sorry, I looked. I was too busy talking about snow cream. I missed all this. Hold up. Wow. Sorry. Sorry, I've got... Take a screenshot, y'all. He is bubbling. True. In other places. Whoa. And me when I read an ecchi game. Whoa, hold up, guys. What the fuck? Sex? Right in front of my salad? Like, want to explore each other to experience more. This is Madam Whimsy's plan all along, Devious. That's where I'm trying to be a Madam Whimsy for real. I've already said like 1,000 times that if I could be like a Greek goddess or something, I would be like an Aphrodite type where I would want to be a matchmaker and I would want to like, in the least creepy way possible, I would want to like keep tabs on all like the matches that I set up because I just love love, okay? I want to experience love vicariously through others. You know, does that make me a bit of a voyeur? Maybe. Okay, but it's for the right reasons. It's for true love, not just for being a freak, okay? Promise. You gotta believe me. But one of us has to think straight. I pull back. Nuri immediately makes to close the distance between our lips again. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love him. I love him. Wait. Stop. In the name of love. Before you break my heart. More. I want more of you. Say it louder. Say it louder, baby. Live your truth, girl. You said to Nuri, right? Not me. The orb. Nuri, we have to bring it back. Nuri takes a few deep breaths, and I can clearly see he's weighing our task against kissing me again. I make a poor effort to stifle a giggle. Nuri begins chuckling. I guess. I can't exactly keep you in a basement library forever. I mean, is there a cage? Is there a cage, y'all? Ad break in like a minute, by the way. When we arrive back with the orb, enough time has passed for the others to give us unrestrained long glances. Madam Whimsy look, you know how like maybe you've never experienced this, but like you could tell when your friends or like people you know have been like making out, okay? Like they got that look to them, okay? There's no way Kailara she's gonna be able to hide that. Like, I don't believe her. And definitely Nuri's not gonna be able to. It's not that he didn't consider keeping her there. True, he was weighing his options. He respects her too much. He would never do that to her, but like, he's got the impulses, okay? He's only like one step away from going over the line. Madame Whimsy breaks the ice, immediately bringing the focus back to the topic. Wonderful! It's exactly as I remember it. So will we be able to hold a reading with this? A reading? Sweetie, this is for locating things, not searching through the wires and hearts. And I'm gonna use it to find a better food delivery service. Damn, she hates DoorDash. Do you know how difficult it is to get demon food delivered way out in these Fae backwoods? What is demon food like? Sounds good, to be honest. You think they got hot wings? Fairies, gotta love them. Anyway, carry on. I'm taking a sip because we're in the ad break. Oh no. It went down the wrong pipe. Help. No, we're good. We're good. I think. Ooh. Well, I tried to mute my mic. That didn't work. Oh. No, don't die. We're good. We're good. Oh my goodness. I think I just laughed while or like chuckled or whatever when I was drinking. This has been kind of a chill stream, huh? I love a chill stream. It's very comforting. Also, I'm making eyes everywhere on Miss Madame Whimsy here. I'm sure she doesn't blame me, but another drink, another drink. Knowing when the ads are happening are so weird for me now. Like, I'm glad that I know, because before I had no fucking clue. I had no clue. But like, I kind of hate it. I wish I could disable them, but I understand, like, Twitch gotta make their money, I guess. And me, I make like pennies on the dime or whatever, but like, boo. Anyway, carry on. Needless to say, everyone is Thank you for the hydrate, you know. I'll try not to choke this time. I don't know why my alerts show up twice. I need to fix that. I wish I had a reason to draw her back. It's supposed to be covered in an incantation. Ooh. I guess it's something you have to show in a CG or something. 1 hour passed. Time to hydrate. True, true. Stay hydrated. As Madame Whimsy exits the room, Viv whispers my way. I think you guys got duped. Sigh. Looks that way. Madame Whimsy really is a demon. Chapter 4. Presents and Presents. The fall weather was beginning to settle in, and with it, crisp, cool fall weather. At least outside the mansion, that is. Inside Madame Whimsy's estate, the house remains warm. Recently, it's reached noticeable levels. Sometimes I go outside to get cool air, and to escape the tension forming with my suitors. A little over 3 moons have passed, and things have begun to escalate after the library encounter. Madame Whimsy, my beloved. No, for real, she's so great. We need more succubus characters in the world. I'll be happy to contribute one day. I've got an idea for a couple. But she's really fun. Also, relatable as fuck. Every corner I turn, Knight and Nuri seem to be there turning on the charm. They flirt with ample enthusiasm, offer me gifts, and vie for my attention daily. Ooh. I'm trying to live like you. Viv keeps saying she doesn't like it, but I don't mind that part so much. Along with their affection towards me turned up, their intolerance of one another has ramped up as well. Oh lord. I know they try to avoid one another, but the tension is nearly as uncomfortable as the heat in this place. I sit in the garden and take a deep breath, taking in the soft, fragrant scenery. Viv joins me, a weary expression crossing her features. I don't know if I can put up with these two much longer. They seem a little tense, don't they? Yeah, I wonder who I'd bet on in a brawl to the death. Viv! Hey, all I'm saying is, I think you should be more careful. Wait, why? Do you think I'm in danger? I don't think Nunu or Knight would ever try to hurt you, but I also think the heat is starting to get to them, so, to us all. Try not to indulge anything too crazy. Oh, Viv, they haven't asked me anything too crazy. Yeah, but the heat. Suddenly we both hear odd footsteps, non-magical footsteps. Human footsteps? We share a look and then sneak our way through the house towards the unfamiliar sound. The scent of human wafts through the corridors, odd, alien, unaccustomed to magic. We creep quietly, this music, very pizzicato, masking ourselves with stardust, hiding our presence from such an intruder. Aw, they're so cute. Get the fuck out of here. Stop making the cutest, like, spiciest little game ever. Stop being so charming. Oh, wait, my chat box is in the way. Hold up. Look at this. Aw. I love them. They're so silly. The little kitty face. Eee. The smell leads to the kitchen. We stop just shy of the doorway, peeping in on the unexpected. In the kitchen is a human man speaking to Madame Whimsy. Whoa. I can sense the enchantment where they stand. I can tell she's covered his eyes with demon magica. Magica is a lot different from normal forest folk magic. Our magic comes from the element of terra, of life, but magica is dark, not from this realm. The man has no idea he's in the presence of a demon or in the holds of dark mysticism. I almost feel sorry for him. Well, I thought it was strange. Oh my gosh! Her and her human, she's got a turtleneck! With the bob, she's serving. We don't normally get orders way out here. Actually, we never do. Is that so? Well, I'm so glad this for this service. Your timing is impeccable. Is this a food delivery service? Of course. Shinhara delivery is as reliable as they come, and we have a 30-day return policy. I appreciate it, though I won't be returning the restless heart or the sweet heifer. Pardon? It goes great with fava beans. Okay. Well, if you can sign here, I'll be on my way. The man eventually makes his way back to the front entrance. There, Madame Whimsy's magica most likely shrouded his eyes from the estate. We'd been nosy, following the two until he'd walk through the door to the outside. Have fun there? Oh, well, I don't understand. However, I realized the question wasn't aimed at me. Viv's cheeks slowly adorned a rosy hue. Viv? He was interesting for a human. Ooh, get him, girl, get him! She wants the delivery. She wants the UPS guy. Quiet. Over the next 2 weeks, Madame Whimsy ordered from the human service a few more times. Viv curiously watched as Madame Whimsy made small talk with the honest... Bro, I would pay so much money to see this romance. What? Meanwhile, I continue to survive courtship, just barely. Oh, don't worry about it. I can carry those. Oh, but Nuri, I'm doing the laundry to help you. Hey, got anything for me to... Sure do. Let me grab you a chair so you can get comfortable. Say less. But, I'll whip you something up right away. But I'm supposed to be helping out. Sigh. Well, I guess that's it for the day. This would be the perfect anime to watch and just binge watch in like one sitting. Huh? Would you like that? Would you like that I escort you through the wood? I'm here to get you through the thicket safely. Please, she doesn't need your help. She will if she goes with your incompetent ass. What did you call me? Your second name. Guys, stop trying to interrupt Kailara and I. We're having members only discussion. Sleep well tonight, Lieutenant. Are you threatening me? Why do you feel threatened? Guys, look. I can get home myself, thank you. Thank goodness I have Viv to lean on. This is getting to be a little much. And that's pretty much how it's been. I'm telling you, it's this house. I just can't figure out how. Hey, didn't Madame Whimsy say something about the house being designed? Hey there, ladies! He said it again. Both Viv and I look at Lieutenant warily. He quickly picks up on the atmosphere. So I wanted to apologize for the arguing incident. I kind of made a mess of that situation. It's okay. I can't help it. I try to hide the smirk from my face, but Knight's genuine boyishness is endearing. It is. Viv clears her throat pointedly, and I attempt to straighten back up. So I was wondering if I could make it up to you? I'd like to offer you a dish my Mamu used to make, mikate. If you'd like it as a symbol of my apology. Whoa! Knight presents a beautiful dish full of fragrant puff puff. I smell the mango sauce and the sweet powder and I'm instantly delighted. Oh my god, give me this right now. But Viv pulls me to the side. You know the saying, Kay? What saying? A fae is always a fae. I don't think it's a good idea to accept gifts all willy-nilly. Things could go wrong. I contemplate what my friend is saying, but I also can't believe Knight would ever hex me. I turn to Knight and... I'm accepting it! No, I don't... He would never. Like, maybe this is how I would get kidnapped and die, but like, I trust him. Fuck it. It looks good. I would die over a hot guy in food, okay? If anything's gonna kill me faster, it's that. I can't turn down sweets. I can't imagine a fae who would. I'm so giddy to accept the warm plate of delectable goodness, I give Knight a hug in the process. In return, Knight is beside himself with elation. He's practically sparkling. During the commotion, I fail to see Viv's concerned expression. The plate is warm and the puff-puffs are cooked to perfection. The moment I plop the first one in my mouth, I am delighted. The mango sauce is not too sweet and complements the soft, fragrant pastry flavor. With this, the evening ends on a wonderfully sweet note. I stay out a little later, allowing moonlight to bathe my wings in the cool evening air. I contemplate how simple the event was, and revel in this prospect of things looking up from here on. The next morning, Viv and I arrive at the estate a little early. The weather outside feels perfect, and the breeze is divine. If the day goes by quickly, we can back out in the crisp autumn air before the sun sets. With that on our mind, we hurry along, almost missing the smell creeping through the hall. Well, before it has a chance to slap us in the face, which it surely does, send back up over. Viv? Good grief. Regaining our composure, we make our way back through the rest of the mansion. We arrive at the place we least expect a deadly odor to emanate from. The kitchen? You stole my line? No, you both stole my line! We both look at Knight, shocked to see him standing next to us, just as shocked and dumbfounded as we are. Madame Whimsy is surely in her study, and if Knight and Viv and I are here, then who's in the kitchen? That only leaves one person who could be in the kitchen. Nuri. Oh, is he bad at cooking? Nothing in all of my years in the forest could have prepared me for what to experience in the kitchen doorway. From the dark plume of smoke that fills the room emerges none other than Nuri. What is brother cooking up in here? A person? Nuri appears with an expression that is severe and nearly indescribable, but even that is nothing in comparison to the abomination on the plate that he holds out in front of him. Whatever we are witnessing is beyond the content warnings. It can't be described in good faith. God damn, what did you make? A person? Oh, good. How did these get in here? Rue is not going to be happy about this. I look at the charred tentacles writhing away from the abomination in absolute horror. Simultaneously, I'm aware that my mind is actively preparing to repress the memory in real time. Okay, Knight's getting a lot of points right now. A man who can't cook. That's just incompetency. Sorry. And Knight is speechless, his mouth and eyes agape. Even Viv doesn't have anything to say right off. Nuri's lips curl into the slightest smile ever captured by the fairy eye. I made everyone breakfast. I'm full. I'm really full, actually. I think I'm full till next summer, to be real. Nuri, cause I hate to break it to you, but if you feed that to anyone, they're gonna die. Nuri breaks out of his intense scene. He looks at everyone, and his eyes linger on me for a while. He's like, okay, I'm gonna feed it to Knight. Look at Knight's little shit-eating grin. He knows that what I said. He can hear it. Then he gently places the plate on the table. Hey, Knight. I knew he was gonna do that. I left breakfast for you on the table. And with that, Nuri exits the room. Later that day, I find him on the front steps gazing into the distance. He acknowledges me entering his space but doesn't say anything. So, you wanted to cook for me? Not what ended up happening. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can just pay for cooking for both of us. I think maybe Nuri was jealous, but would he say it? Probably. Still, his admission to the obvious was a vulnerable one. But you know, cooking isn't everything. Nuri seems to cheer up at my last statement. He continues with a more audible voice. Would you accept an apology from me? A sincere one for what? I'd like to give you something that means something to me. I mean, well, just wait here. I'll ask you properly. Before I can even consider protesting, Nuri is up and off. I sit quietly, taking in the breeze until he returns with what looks like a small cloth bundle. I've had this scarf since I was granted... Sorry. One second. I was granted my role as a starling. That was a very long time ago. I got it from one of my travels. Can I please not burp, please? In the middle of my sentence? We good? Yeah. I got it from one of my travels in a human city called Amsterdam. It's soft and delicate and complex. It's simply beautiful in design. It reminds me of you. Nuri quietly holds out the scarf for me to accept. I think of Viv's words yesterday. I graciously accept the beautifully stitched blanket scarf. I'm not rejecting this! It's too kind. It's too cute. Look at this. Stunning. I can't turn this gift down if I wanted to. It really is beautiful. He'd also expressed the scarf meant a lot to him, and I'm truly moved. I accept. Nuri carefully places the scarf around my shoulders. I'm instantly enveloped by its warmth. The fabric is delightfully smooth. Oh no! Did it go down or back up? It sent me like a little thing. 1 second, let me save real fast. I stopped like reading as soon as I saw like the little notification. Should be good though now. Sometimes it just hiccups real bad. Follower goal starting. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Twitch. Okay, it back. We good. We good. We missed nothing. Because I stopped reading as soon as I got the notification. But we're good. We're good. The fabric is delightfully smooth and light, but sturdy. Gentle enough to even cover my wings. I feel so cozy in its embrace. Wait, is the mic not... Is it good? Yeah, it said that it OBS disconnected for like a second. So I don't know if it stopped the stream entirely or if it was just like for a little bit. But can you hear me now? I think this is spam. Sorry, spam. Go. Thank you. Are we good? Are we good? I'm taking a sip of water in the meantime. Ooh. I'm checking on my end to make sure everything's okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. If I'm not good, let me know, but I think everything's fine. Okay, all good on my end again. Okay, I don't know what... It just kind of disconnected. I don't know how long it takes to reconnect sometimes. So, the stitch and color pattern is marvel, especially coming from human hands. I absolutely love it. The joy I radiate must be... The joy I radiate must be contagious. Nuri is bred, overcome with emotion. Simply nodding, he returns to the mansion and I skip home happily through the thicket. Okay, bye girl. Overall, I feel quite good about how this all turned out, but Viv's warning rings like a siren in my mind. I shake it off while pulling my warm new scarf tighter against my arms. The next morning at the estate, Madame Whimsy meets me at the front entrance. The succubus is in no terms pleased by the looks of things. She glares at me accusingly. Hello? Oh, it's hell all right. She points towards the house. A sinking feeling settles in, and I'm tempted to turn back around. I sleep in, but apparently not today. I'm not happy. When the angry demon opens the door, my nose fills with the smell of baked goods and floral fragrance. Confusion overtakes my thoughts, but her expression leaves no room for more questioning. I rush to the kitchen, only to see the entire kitchen covered in baked goods and potted flowers. Wait, what's the problem? It looks great in here. Maybe it has conchas. Yeah. I had to quit and come back. Oh lord. Okay. It's all good. At least it kind of solved itself. From donuts to shortbreads to sweetbreads to pies and tartlets, there isn't a free space on any surface. What space isn't occupied by baked treats is covered in pots filled with flowers of every sort. And in the middle of it all is Night. He removes a tray of cookies from the oven. Consequences of accepting gifts, I guess. When he turns, he seems to be in good spirits despite our surroundings screaming that something is off. Good morning. You know, I was feeling a little off last night. Eh? And I started baking to take my mind off of, well, just to ease my mind. And I started thinking, you like flowers, yeah? Love them. What? I noticed the garden could use some pruning, so I decided to pot you a couple. Night smiles warmly at me, but I am already feeling dread. Since I went and made too many sweets, I hope you'll take a couple off my hands as well. What do you say? Oh, guys. Guys, wait, no. Hold up. Are we gonna have to turn him down? Like, we're clearly on the Nuri route. Like, we can't keep just accepting gifts because, like, then we're being, like, a little mean, you know? Like, then we're just kind of leading him on, and I don't want to do that. Like, oh, yo, hey, Richie. I'm trying to turn this really cute guy down because I'm already with another cute guy, and I don't want to, because he's so sweet. Look at all the shit he baked, and he got me all these flowers. I love flowers. Guys, did we make a mistake? We didn't make a mistake. You can't go wrong in this game. There's no mistake, but like, oh, Knight, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I can't. I'm sorry. Knight is so genuine and really direct for a fae of his stature and standing. I can't in good conscience accept all this from him, I know. Looking around the kitchen, I can only shudder at the thought of taking this all home. Yeah, my stomach's only so big. My back only so big. I love my garden, and it would mean me uprooting everything to make room for this massive assortment of flowers. Oh, not to mention who can eat all these pastries alone. You know what, Knight? Just give it to all your girlfriends, okay? Just like as a nice little thing. Not to mention who can eat all these pastries alone. I reach up, pinching Knight on the cheek. I don't need or even want all this, but maybe we can make a pastry together. Something special, just us. I'd like that. Knight can't help but beam as I smile. He looks around the kitchen hopelessly, however. I pat him on the chest. At least he took it good. Don't worry, Mr. Homemaker. I'll help clean up. Luckily, the work together is not so difficult. After a rough morning, the rest of the day goes by smoothly. Viv even shows up to help with sampling some of the snacks. The rest goes to the Sealy Court during Knight's next visit. Oh, that's good too. And we're sure he'll be commended for his contribution. Having ended the week on a good note with both of my suitors, I feel quite refreshed. Well, refreshed in spirit. Physically, the weather in the house feels stifling to say the least. Viv and I sit fanning ourselves in the garden, taking an early break from our chores. We have tall glasses of cool water, but somehow it doesn't seem to be enough. I would also help to sample the snacks. No, for real. At least just like one bite before you give them away. Why does it feel more and more like summer here? Hey, just be glad the sky looks better. I thought it was going to rain soon. Good grief. Could you imagine if it were muggy and humid too? It would be like Florida, the worst place ever. We sigh as we fan away the stressful events of the week. All right, fairly heating up. Guys, I hate to be the person. I'm sorry. Just like I had to turn down Night, I think I would have to turn down another chapter for right now. My voice is kind of killing me. Also, it's getting a little late and I have work tomorrow. But never fear, my fairy friends, because I will be back at some point because I'm having a blast. I don't even want to end it, but here we are. Sometimes in life, you gotta bite the bullet, and I'm biting the bullet. But I do appreciate everybody stopping by as always. This game's incredible. If you have, I think it's $6, $7. If you have some money to give away, support this gorgeous fucking game. Like, what are we doing? Like, if you haven't played it already and you don't want to wait for me to play any more of it, this is your chance. Go play it. Like, let me link it. Hold up. Hold up. You know what? I'll make it easy for you. I know sometimes me saying it, like, that's the hard part. Let me just hand it right to you, okay? All you have to do is click one little button, maybe a couple other buttons to pay. But, like, it's stunning. The characters are gorgeous. It's hilarious. The music's a bop. Like, what's the problem here? And it's about to get spicy as all heck. Now what? Not quite smut, but you know what? We need something that's like right before that step, okay? Okay. Now let me be real here for 2 seconds. Now there was a lot of nervousness I had going into the stream because JMV is one of my friends. Okay, like a close friend. We've known each other for a while now. Love all their work from a distance. Unfortunately, this was my first time like ever really playing one of their games. I don't know how it took me this long to get to this point. It's my own fault. Okay, life gets in the way. But I couldn't be happier that I did this on stream. I couldn't be happier that I'm doing it, now. Better late than never, they always say. But like I want to just be so upfront and be like, I had expectations, and expectations are a scary thing to have when you go into a game because they can be, you could get disappointed. Okay, you build something up in your head and it's not nearly as good as it's better than I built up in my head, like, which is incredible. Like, the characters are hilarious, it's so cohesive, it's paced so well, the writing is stunning, there are so many like funny lines, and like the characters are both interesting and they're flawed, but then they have like a great way of approaching the MC is flawed in her own way, but in like a charming way. Every part of this game is charming and crafted. Like, there are moments that have art tied to them that like it's just so much work. Like, the amount of work that's put into it is insane. This is why we need indie games. Like, if I played this game, like, I've played Hakuoki's fun or whatever, but they have a DLC in which they only use sprites. They do not include a CG. They don't include like anything. It was only like 10 minutes and it was over. You know what I mean? And you have to pay for that shit. Okay? This is the kind of content you should be getting, like, paying your good money for, okay? $7 is nothing. I feel like I got like 3 times the amount. Like, this was a $20 experience, if not more, in this time, okay? I had a blast. I felt the giggles, you know, I want to learn more. There's interactivity, like, it's just the amount of work that's put into it is mind-numbing to me. I, like, as somebody who makes games, like, I can't even imagine. Like, it's stunning throughout and just so cohesive. And I really love just it just felt comfortable. Like, when I said it, like, felt like an anime that you were just sitting down and watching and binge watching. That's exactly what it feels like to me. It's like I'm watching Oron for the first time. Like, it's just so fun. Like, it's not so much like I feel like. Well, this is just a me thing. I don't think everybody feels this way, but like I don't feel like Kalira. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I don't feel like Kalira, but I do feel like I'm watching just a wonderful love story unfold. And I do feel like genuinely bad for each guy because I will have to turn down one at some point, and like it's not fun, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, you know? But it's just like nothing feels like I don't know. It's a lot for me to put into words right now. I'm just having a good time, and I'm so glad that you made it JMB. I know that it was a lot of work, but like it shows. It shows that you needed that extra time. It shows that you needed work, and I'm so proud of you for making a commercial. And thank you for allowing me to play it for other people. Even though I'm able to do it for you guys, I still would really recommend supporting it because again, like this stuff doesn't just come out of nowhere. Like the work alone is worth your money. So just keep that in mind, okay? It's good to support devs. Like, sure, we'll do it anyway. We'll make it for ourselves. But you know, we also do it for y'all. So if you enjoyed it, make sure that you at least put it in your list to pay for later. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? But no, I'll be back to play some more, and I like love Knight and Nuri. I don't know if I like one more than the other at the moment. Right now I just like Nuri's forwardness. I think that's really fun for me, and I think with a character like Kalara, where you have like she's just so off put, you know, and she's scared of everything that you need somebody who's like really putting it in. Though I do like the too shy dynamic too, so I'm interested to see who I'll favor by the end of everything. But yeah, good time all around. Man, okay. One last thing. I make games, and unfortunately, I'm very bad at plugging, but it's kind of a necessary thing to do. So if you're familiar with my work, I'm a game developer. I make dating sims and the occasional RPG. But they're all romance, and if that's your jam, I make everything from BL to polyamorous love to, you know, self-insert things to, you know, set MCs. I have a little bit of everything. None of my games are really any similar to each other. That's kind of my strength. I do Skywrite Studios, which is a collaborative between me and my friend Gray, and we make incredibly lovely games. I've played Gray's games recently on stream, and she's incredible, and I'm all right. So, you know, we make something pretty good at the end of the day that I'm super proud of. So I would really recommend going to my Twitch account if you're curious, going to the about page and clicking on where I have all my games listed. It'll take you right there if you just want to browse, and consider supporting me if you feel so inclined, but support JMB first because look at this game, what the fuck. So yeah, that's pretty much all from me at the moment, unless there's something I'm missing. I probably should raid somebody again. I like that we raided somebody yesterday. Hopefully there's somebody that I follow that I would like to raid. It doesn't look like anybody's live, to be honest. To be fair, it is a Sunday night. You know, I'm sure other people have to work and stuff. Okay, let me see. Oh, Prince is live. I do like Prince. Prince plays indie games from time to time. They've actually played Rectifier and Bloom, which is one of my games. So I think we'll raid them. I think that's good. Prince is wonderful. I really like him. So 1 second. Let me do that. And again, thank you all for coming. Like, I really do mean it every time. Glad that I hope everybody had a fun old time. I really felt like I could not read today. Sorry about that. But you know, I try my best, y'all. I really do. So we're raiding if we want to raid. Let's go. Otherwise, y'all have a great time zone, and I'll see you over there. Bye. Oh wait, now it's going. Now it's going. Sorry. I don't know how these things work yet, guys. I'm new, okay? I just got here. I think I said last time my emotes were accepted. Like, Maybe I did. But I paid for my emotes. They got accepted. So soon, our subscribers, our lovely sub angels, will have custom emotes to use in chat, and I'm really excited about them because there's some really funny ones. And I hope you'll consider subscribing when the time comes. I would hold off until then, but I do plan to stream a couple times more this week. Hopefully to finish out this game and probably play another game that I've had on my backlog for a while. Maybe it's a Yandere game. Maybe. What else? I think I also want to try a series, but I don't know if it's going to be at the end of this year or if I'm going to wait until January to do it. We'll see. But I was thinking, you know what, I'll just say it. I was thinking of making an RPG live on stream. I think that could be really fun. I have a really good idea for one. Obviously, it's not going to be done for a very long time because making games takes a long time, but I do think the interactivity and making it will be really, really fun. So stay tuned for that in the good year 2026. Hopefully, we'll see. But raid's about to happen in 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Prince, the third prince of the magical Melarosia Kingdom. I'm a variety streamer who likes cute things and cute boys. I usually play story-heavy games such as RPGs and otomes, and tonight, however, we are doing some 5th anniversary shenanigans stuff, and we are doing a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. Hello, Joy! Thank you so much for rating. Oh, of course! I need to play more of it. I need to play more of it. I've been so... Things have been crazy. Crazy. So, I look forward to being able to play more of it. Soon, hopefully. Alright.